What, 5-hour video?
Why? No, yeah, I don't think anybody's. I don't think anybody's gonna be watching that video 5 hours. Ooh, that was a rough one for even me to recap. All right, so um, all right, cool. All right, so last session, you guys had started off in Axholm. While you were there, you had rested for a little bit there with Dobbin and the other folks that you guys have come to know there in Phandalin. You discussed your potential, or you discussed your goals and where you guys were going to be going. I forgot to put my lights up. There we go. You discussed where you were going to be going and figured out that you were going to be heading up to Umbridge Hill in order to reclaim not only the cold weather clothing that was stolen, but also some carts that were up there. The cold weather clothing needed to go up into the mountains to deal with the dragon. Dobbin informed you guys that he was going to be heading to the temple that he had told you guys about, where he and his companions had stayed when they first, whenever they were exploring the area looking for the dragon's lair, and that he would meet you guys there that evening if you made it there. Dobbin did say, or at least I meant for, I did omit this, but before leaving, before you guys all disembarked to go your separate ways, Dobbin did explain that if you did not reach the temple by that night, if you weren't going to make it there for, because he was going to be leaving the temple there that morning, the next morning, with or without you guys, heading back up to his campsite, because he had to get his supplies up to his team. He was going to leave you guys a map there at the temple that could lead you guys to his campsite. So I did forget to say that. That was like kind of a last minute thing that I completely forgot whenever we started onto what did happen, which was you guys started the short 7-mile hike up to Umbridge Hill. When you arrived, you sent in Anime Invisible, with Iluna using her Beast Sense ability in order to see through the eyes of Anime to scout out the place. She was able to see that the Umbridge Hill had basically been completely taken over by a group of orcs. There were like these large spike piles that were set at each one of the ridges, leading up to the top of the hill, where there was a small camp set up where some more larger orcs with more ornate armor and clothing were set and rested. With all the other ones, there was a large group that was patrolling the area. And then there was also another group that was partaking in what looked to be a fight pit of some kind, which was the other main quest that you guys had here, which was to rescue Maggie's Bloomcrawler, her little Bulba. So when you guys got there, you were able to see that Bulba had been tied up to one of the posts and was being made to fight a kobold. With that, Anime flew back, and you guys were able to devise a plan. Smith maintained invisibility on her, and eventually a plan was devised where Anime was going to take the alligator teeth that were given to you guys by Hassan, and she was going to drop them at the top of the hill where the orc leaders were, since the first one would create swampy terrain, and the second one would then create a crocodile. So you guys were going to spawn in 5 crocodiles to cause as much chaos as possible. Smith was then going to cast Fireball at the main gate to try and draw as much attention away from the central area as possible so that Anime could get in and rescue Bulba. The plan started off with that scenario playing out. Unfortunately, Anime quickly realized that she had to slash Bulba out of her rope that she was tied to, revealing breaking her invisibility. But luckily, the distraction had worked and nobody saw her fly back. It was at this point, though, that Smith, who had fly cast on him by Iggy, and who had, I think he had invisibility cast from himself, then flew up to the main central area as me started to move up the hill. Iggy also cast sleep on 2 of the orcs, knocking them out. Me then lit them on fire after tying them up and started making his way up the hill as Smith cast Font of Fire to burn a large portion of the orcs. With Bulba safely inside one of the orbs from Iluna, Albina, Cephas, and Iluna then headed out towards the edge of the forest and started their assault. Sorry. Um, uh, and so at this point, uh, combat had. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. So at this point, everyone was out in the bottom left corner of the map as the fire and brimstone was thrown about, and the orcs started to notice where all the chaos was coming from and started their assault against you guys. A lot of the orcs were running up, being killed off by Cephas and Albina, using Cephas's aura and Albina's auras, as well as the spiritual weapons and dancing rapier. Iggy was doing what he could to stall some of the enemies, Smith continuing to cast Fireball, Iluna and Anime shooting and scratching as much as they could, and me running up in, trying to get up the hill as quickly as possible while remaining his stealth and his sneak attacks. Eventually, the
So sneaky and
advantage...
made 2 orcs burst into flames.
That's true, you did. Um, at one point, though, as the orcs were starting to rush down the hill, as you guys had kind of pulled back into the forest, and they were realizing that their arrows were now more ineffective, they started to rush down the hill. At which point, a white dragon swooped down with a tiny creature riding on its back, breathing a line of ice, killing a handful of the orcs, and then flying off. The tiny kobold who had been captured, waving at the dragon as it went by. And with that, the last few orcs had been taken care of. And then, also, just before that, the pendant that was holding you finally broke, releasing you, allowing him to cast his fireball that he had been waiting so long to do. And that is where we're going to be picking up today. So we're going to be starting off. You guys are down here at the bottom left corner of the map. That kobold is still up there. He's kind of like looking over the railing down at you guys. The orc bodies are just littering the ground around you. So you guys have free action.
Um, I'd probably say something to you real quick, just like, oh, you're back. thank goodness.
What do you mean? I've been here the whole time.
I mean, sure, in that pendant, I guess, but regardless, you're here now.
I
Yeah.
Sir?
immediately go to loot the bodies.
Yeah. So,
You see you kind of looking through his bags, pulling out his book and just looking through his book that he has.
Oh, yes. Yes.
oh,
I got you.
everyone saw that little goblin on the dragon, right?
I
No.
saw a dragon. I wasn't really paying attention if there was anything riding said dragon.
You see, Iggy
Would it have
runs
something
up.
if we would have seen it? Or sorry.
No, I know I definitely said, you guys saw, something riding on the back of this dragon. So it was a little hard to make out, what exactly it was, because the swoop down was
Gotcha.
very quick. But whenever you say this, Iggy runs up to you, Eileen, is like, was that who I think it was?
I think so. You would probably know him best.
I recognize that costume anywhere. That's the stupid idiot.
Do
What
you
in the
think
hell
he's
is he
friendly?
doing?
Do you think he's
I don't know.
friendly?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in a month. I thought he was dead.
Well, hopefully he was helping. He certainly helped.
Yeah, if he was helping. But it depends on if he was helping. I mean, I don't know about you, but that, I don't know if that was luck where he shot that breath or what, or if that was, in such a way to save us, but, I hope that nothing's gone to his head.
Well, it changes how we're gonna approach the dragon, though. I'm sure we don't want to kill him.
Well, no,
or
but
have him be killed.
he was impressionable.
You think a dragon?
If a dragon told that goblin anything, it would do anything it said.
Well, it's something to consider. And that other group, the Reavers, they're not going to know anything about him.
Yeah, so we'll have to be careful with that. If he's up there with that thing, I mean, I want to save him. He's the last one of my clan.
I'm with you on that. But most of this group doesn't even know anything about him, so while we collect ourselves, we might want to let them know. I know some of them are after the dragon regardless.
So while you see me is starting to, scour some of these bodies, Jared, go ahead and roll me a survival check. You see Iggy says, "All right, so here's the deal."
Solid 8. I find nothing
nice.
except charred corpses.
He says, "All right, look. So that thing that was on the back of the dragon, that like red blur, I think that was one of the goblins that was a part of my clan back when I first met, what is now this group. His name was Lucas. And he was very into dragons. Yes. He was very into dragons. And one time we found in some of the wreckage that we had found from a raid, we found this like kid's costume that was of a dragon, and since that day it's all he wore. The thing smelled worse than most goblins often do. And
Lucas, quick question: are you
uh-huh.
projecting here at all? Do you need to
No.
talk about it?
No, it's all right. I just picked the coolest one to name after me.
This is something
And
JJ put the names
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
long ago.
JJ was definitely the one. But he's like, uh, the thing is that when we left the cave, when we left the mountains after the gods were killed there, the dragon came down to attack the gods, the manticore, and it froze almost all of my clan. I mean, every single one of them, except for me and Lucas. But the thing is that Lucas was on the other side of the of where this all happened, and when we were trying to figure out what to do, because we didn't want to draw the attention of that big lizard, Lucas called out to it and then ran away. And he like counts on his fingers. He's like, that was like a month ago now. So I thought he was dead. I swear I thought that, the dragon caught up to him, ate him, came back, ate the others, and, they're, now together in, yeah.
Yeah. I would add, at least turning to Iluna and Smith and Septis and say that's when we were rescuing Adabra before we send her up to Neverwinter. She got very injured. She'll maybe be able to help or recount this story too. Her tale or her version. If we when we see her again. But I suppose we have time for stories later. Uh, Where'd you see clothes, Smith? You said you saw some. Isn't that our main goal? Ooh,
Smith,
actually,
you.
back up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, who needs healing? If anybody. I know all of us got hit. I have no idea who was worse off or.
I'm at 14 of 84.
As you say, you don't know who's worst off. Me just kind of spits up some blood.
What?
Yeah,
What
I
are you
think
at?
he. I think he was the closest to being down.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm a
right. Yeah, that's
solid,
right.
like on a scale of 1 to 75, I'm about a 14.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Me and Albina have the same amount of hit points, but me also has less maximum hit points.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
I kind of
Yeah.
cough up a little bit
So,
of blood.
So
as you sees this, and he sees a interesting thing in his book, you see you walk up to me, sticks out the book, and in Goblin, you will tell me to sign it.
Me just kind of shrugs his shoulder and signs it anyways. You've already saved his soul from damnation once. What's the second time?
So Albina and Seftis hear you telling me to sign his book.
we wouldn't all hear this.
You hear it, but it's in Goblin, so
Oh yes.
Yes. And then we'll kind of look around. He'll walk up to Seftis, bang on his chest, squeeze his muscles, give him a thumbs up, and just walk on. Then he'll walk up to Smith, look at him, kind of do the same thing he did to Seftis, and be like, "You sign."
Um, what am I signing here?
You
You find
signing
out
book.
after you sign.
That's not how contracts work.
What is this? A spell book?
This is his ritual book.
Yes.
Because as a warlock, he doesn't have a spell book, but he has that book of rituals.
Okay.
He's like, I help save you life.
Kind of hesitantly, he'll sign.
Okay. Then he'll walk up to Aluna.
What? She's busy getting her healing kits out to save everyone again.
He just kind of looks at you, head cocked up and down, shrugs his shoulders, and then just walks off. Then he walks up to Albina, looks at her. Are you bleeding? I'm assuming.
Oh,
She would
Yeah.
be she'd be
Hannah.
very hurt.
Probably covered in blood. I'm
Yeah.
about as red as my hair.
So
God.
he knocks on your chest piece, and is like, "You sign.
Your mithril chain.
I help save lives. You sign." Yeah.
I
Jared,
just
roll another
take my
survival
time
check.
and sign it as nice as I can. And I'll look
That
at it and
one's
be
a
like,
10.
good enough?
Yep.
And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then walks off.
Hmm.
Me looks to the rest of them as you's walking off, going, did we just sign a contract that he owns us now? Are we slaves to him now?
Where you going? I yell
How
after him.
are you still talking Goblin? Because Luna's just observing this, and
Oh no, me saying this in common.
Aaron, I'm gonna message you something, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
because Luna's readying some healing kits for whoever needed a little bit of, or at least some help. So she is paying attention, even if she doesn't understand
Yeah.
what's
And
being
when
said.
he's walking up to you, he kind of mumbles to himself in Goblin, and then just walks off.
What's up? Is he cursing us all?
Yeah, I don't,
I've got no clue.
Me just kind of shrugs. Possibly.
but that's what I was saying. You said you were saying that in common.
I was saying it in Goblin.
No, I meant
At
me.
least to.
Yeah. Me was saying everything he said in common.
Oh.
Well, best of luck with whatever you sign, guys, I guess.
Ignore
needs some help?
the
I could take something.
Oh, you sent it through Facebook?
Yeah, I sent it through Messenger. Yeah, look at that.
Healing.
Sorry, I'm on mute because I'm a little self-conscious about chewing now.
What? Asamer. He'll get mad. Quit smacking your lips.
Yeah. I'm afraid to chew now. I don't want to make him feel grossed out, you know?
stink bug. I hate this time of year
Ew.
for stink bugs. The
Hate
fucking
I
worst.
know.
I hate them.
Me too.
What? What? Um. D6.
Lucas,
Yeah, buddy.
Sorry?
can we just go to another room?
Yeah. Go
'Cause
to
I'm not
yeah.
understanding.
Okay. Go to the rhyme chat with me real fast. Hold on. I gotta mute my.
That sword.
Whatever happened to
Welcome
the
back.
bag of holding? Did
Yep.
you ever decide on stuff?
There's a list. Eileen is gonna offer whatever we are not using to Lylon.
Yes. Now I can hear you, Aaron.
So as you see, you get everybody's signature. Goes and walks over to me, where me was standing, picks up the pendant, and kind of holds it up, and turns back and tells everybody, Karen felt bad for what he did, so he kind of empowered us a bit. So possibly y'all should have some new abilities. They're minor from what I was told, ish. But Karen
New
doesn't
abilities.
really know you that well.
This is why
So
we have our talents.
yeah.
I'm a lazy DM.
Hey, it's a little bit better. Somehow, what your other group had magic gems or something.
Yeah,
I like
basically the
that
same
though. That
thing.
seems fun.
Oh, you got me all excited. I thought we got another thing.
Nope. This was just the explanation of why you have your talents.
Level up.
All right. No, not a level up.
Level up.
All right. So yeah, at this point, you guys see the little kobold that is up on that top plateau. You see that he starts to scurry up towards like the top of the hill. Like he's
Oh yeah, I
starting
gave
to.
him a dagger to free himself.
Mhm. No,
Um,
you didn't.
he
He
chewed it.
he had to bite through it.
I swore I tossed. Oh no, because I didn't
No.
understand what he was
You-
saying.
Right.
Um,
Oh, okay.
but Steve wants me to get the what sword?
Dragon Slayer sword
How
should be
come
in the bag of holding.
Where is the bag of holding?
Mm.
I need to look this up again.
Dragon Slayer longsword. Or no, the great Dragon Slayer greatsword.
Well, I get out and give it to you, but I can't find it in here to.
I'm looking at it in the bag of holding. It's the third item. It's
Oh,
right in between Black Dragon Cultist Armor of Acid Resistance and a Potion of Mind Reading.
well, I'm gonna remove it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And then Seftis, go ahead and add a Dragon Slayer greatsword to your inventory.
That's what I was gonna ask about the
Okay.
bag of holding, because there was some stuff that was being tossed, and I was like, can we just take that, or how do we take it?
we
Oh, I don't
can.
think any of it.
Yeah, it's all still there.
Mm-hmm.
I
If
don't
you
think I have
wanted to
that
move it.
paper anymore. I thought I had it somewhere in here.
It
Or
was
not somewhere.
it was a document. It
Drive
was a
document, yeah.
Google Sheet.
Okay,
So
I
fine.
saw.
to heal
Mm.
some people, I
Yep.
suppose Iluna would probably start with me only because he helped make these kits in the first place.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That
definitely get
doesn't
me.
that doesn't mean I roll high enough, but
Well, I mean, what are you rolling for? Because if you're using just a medicine kit, you're just using it.
wouldn't a healing kit or using the healing feat?
Oh yeah. If you're using the healer's kit, I thought you were talking about making a skill check.
No, using my healer feat. So the 1d6 plus 4, and then
Mhm.
it says the
Plus an
creatures.
additional amount of HP equal to their level. So it's going to be 1d6 plus 15. Or plus 13, sorry.
Oh wait.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Lucas, I got a question.
What's up, man?
You know I can light anything on fire that I want to light on fire. Does that include in my sword?
Um, that's a great question.
Um, me, I guess, is 15 then. 15 HP
Yep,
for
me gets
now.
back 15 HP.
Uh, I assume it's Albina who wanted some as well.
Yes, please. She coughs
Oh,
up blood as well. No, I'm just kidding.
I rolled the same, so also 15.
All right, thank you.
Smith also
Wait,
coughs
we
up some
get
blood.
15 or are we healed up to 50?
No, you get 15.
Oh,
Okay.
so then I'm only 1 point now. It's good to clarify though.
Um,
Albina's gonna elbow Smith for coughing up fake blood.
so Smith too.
Yeah, he's.
Smith finally took damage, and he's like, "Ow."
How much
Well,
damage? How much damage did you have, Smith?
It'll hurt.
he's like, wait, you automatically get 13. I'll take some.
Smith, I love how concerned you are for yourself. As I'm looking at your hit points right now.
How many hit points, Smith? Tell us.
He's like, but I got to add 15 to it, so it's good now. Because this is once per individual per short or
Yes.
long
You
rest. So
you can use your healer's feat. You can use your healer feat once per person per
I'm
short rest.
I'm doing myself. Somehow I healed myself more because I got practice.
There's a note. I just had a question because there was a note here with for me under the bag of holding, and I didn't know why.
For what?
It says, Hannah, can you explain this? And I don't know.
For where? Oh, in the Google
For the
sheet.
ring of crest, yeah.
Ooh,
Uh,
is that everyone? Septis, are you using your ring of regeneration?
Indeed. Can I use
Oh,
it again
good.
yet? Has it been under 10 minutes?
Has it
Smith
been
didn't even respond. Smith.
the ring. Okay, so the ring with the crest of Axholm. Um,
Oh,
that was the ring that you guys found in Axholm that has the crest of Axholm, and uh, nobody did anything with it. And then Hannah, I believe you were the one who typed in, Hannah, can you explain this? Or is that Stacy who typed that in? Because it says Iluna wants to give it to the dwarven priests.
Yeah, I didn't type anything.
Okay, so yeah,
And I don't know
mean
why
that
it's asking
is
me to explain about that.
yeah. I
but
could not say why it says Hannah. Can you explain this?
I don't know. That was so long ago.
Yeah. But basically, the ring with the crest of Axholm was found in Axholm, and it is currently in your bag of holding. And Iluna wants to give it to the people at Axholm.
I will say, you probably won't retcon it, but they were already there in Axholm. She might have been like, here,
Right,
just give
but
it
you didn't
to.
say that. So much like
I
the
forgot it
small
exists
container,
anymore.
right? Much like the small container from Abathor's temple. When the last time you mentioned that, you guys were like, "You're like, I would have given that to them before we left for Lilon." I was like, "But you didn't say that." So, if you want to give it to them, you guys could go back to Axholm.
Go back.
Right.
I don't want to go back to Axholm
I
right
just
now.
put keep. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, if she wants to give it to them at some point, we can
That's
Well,
keep it. Everyone wanted to sell it. It looked like, so I didn't say anything
but I,
because it says sell under Stacy as well.
it's very unimportant what's in that bag right now, except for the egg, I think.
I guess still
Um,
important.
Well, there were some potions. So
yeah.
I didn't know how that worked. If I wanted to take anything. Anyway,
Oh wait, I need to subtract. I need to subtract 1,
and then I
4.
saw the lesser flame tongue greatsword and all that down
Yep.
here.
That was Septis's first weapon.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my old whip.
So that's yours. Gotcha.
Septis, I'm going to say that so the omen of the catastrophe does not allow you to set aflame an item that's being carried, because it is specifically any object that isn't being worn or carried simply by touching it. But I will say that if you I will say that when you rage, if you're referring to using the Dragon Slayer Greatsword, I will say that when you rage, you are used to enough channeling your volcanic energy into your greatsword that for your first attack, you can have an additional D6 with of fire damage with the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. It's
That
just
seems
basically
fair.
like when you rage, you are superheating it, but when you make that first attack, it's back to normal.
That works for me.
I would like that potion of fire breath. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure
There's a potion of
Steve
fire breath.
already claimed that one.
Who did that one?
But
What's in that? A potion of fire? Will that like double damage my burp? Well, damage.
It is a little. It's very similar, but it is a little different. It's basically that you use a bonus action to exhale fire at a creature within 30 feet of you. They make a dex save. So it's not like your breath, your belch is either a 30-foot line or a 15-foot cone that has the effect of burning hands, which I think is 3d6. This is that you hit like one target 3 feet away. Or 30 feet away, sorry.
Yeah, I
And
just
it has
saw
3
on
uses.
the list, like the day after our session when I was going through things for the trip. And I was like, ooh, what's all this? I want to know if I could take any of this.
Um. So where's the clothing? Asking. I
The
guess
clothing,
Smith mentioned it.
the clothing is at the top of the hill, where the
Okay.
kobold has ran up to.
So anyone coming with me to get some cold weather clothing and see the state of these wagons? We need to
Yeah.
be
I will
careful.
come.
I mean,
Apparently, I need
there,
some threads.
there could be other orcs inside that the mill. I, I only saw one of the levels.
All right.
So
So you guys are
carefully.
heading up. You guys are heading up to the top.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
Um,
cool.
when up there, I'd probably
Mm-hmm.
check the bodies up there. I don't know if we really want to try and check 50 bodies, so
Yeah, no,
but
that's why I'm not having. That's why I only had Jared roll 2 survival checks, because I value my time and his. Um, Speaking of which, Jared,
Yes.
while you were searching over the orc bodies, now most of them are just either burnt. So they're what little armor they were wearing, it was mostly just like hide, is pretty much destroyed. Most of them didn't have great axes or anything like that. They had javelins, or they had longbows. So the ones that were running up in combat, most of them have been destroyed just through the wares of battle. But there is one thing that you were able to gather that was on the body of the orc war chief, who was the one who had run down the hill and was like commanding the other orcs at you. When you look over his body, you find this bone medallion that is carved into the symbol of the many arrow orc tribe.
hmm.
Interesting. I'm pocketing that.
um can I say Iluna would focus on looking at anybody who was like a caster? Like the one who got Albina, or
Mm-hmm.
then any of them with like special headgear, especially the one that looked like the leader.
Yeah.
If
So
he's not
the
frozen, I'm not sure which ones ended up in the line of ice.
real fast, Jared, were you just pocketing that medallion just out of curiosity?
I probably not like pocketing right away. He'll investigate it, but he's keeping it for himself.
Okay. So as you all start to make your way up the hill, you know, you're looking at these bodies. Me, you grab this medallion. And once you guys get up to the top, you you start looking over some of the bodies here. The one that had the ones that were casting spells, you see on that one that the one, especially the one that was targeting Albina, you see that she has this medallion, or not a similar medallion, but it's a you imagine that it's a holy symbol. That this is a piece of attire that is reminiscent of orcish godhood, giving some credence to the idea that maybe this orc was kind of like a cleric as well. That's really the only thing that is at least salvageable off of her body. And the one who is sitting at the very top, the one who was down here, the leader of the group, he actually had a crown on his head that is fashioned with these. It's fashioned with these arrows that point up.
Did you say me found those?
No, that's just kind of what you guys are seeing. Me found a medallion on one of the orc war chiefs. And in fact, as you guys are kind of looking over this, me is looking at this medallion. Smith and Iluna, that medallion to the two of you is the most vile thing you have ever seen. There is something innate to the two of you that is making you, at this moment, really just not stand being near me.
Oh.
Well, so
Would
both
I
of us
know?
being,
Both of you, Smith and Iluna,
Near
both
you
feel this like sudden but very intense distaste of me holding that medallion.
okay.
Yeah, why?
I would
Roll.
because we're elves.
Roll for it.
But yeah, I guess I would let him know and ask him to leave it.
I meant
Maybe
to
leave
roll.
that here. It's
Albina, with
It's
your
not a
religion
religious-
check, it's not necessarily a religious artifact or anything, but I will say that it is well enough known that orcs and elves have historically always been like racial rivals. As the old legends tell that, elves were born of Coralon's blood, and it was through Coralon that Groomsh One Eye lost his eye and was not allowed his choice for where his creatures would be placed into the world. So orcs and elves have always detested one another.
technically in the very beginning, Orc was Iluna's
Favorite foe.
enemy, favorite foe,
Right.
favorite enemy, whatever they called that now.
Mhm.
It's called favorite foe now, but whatever it was before.
Mhm.
So if she did feel a repulsion to something here, that's what she would assume, and ask him to leave it.
I'll just tell him in Goblin, like, maybe you shouldn't take that.
Upon hearing this, he smiles, that shit-eating grin, and goes, "Oh, I'm totally taking it now," and puts it in his pocket.
Awesome. I'm glad you said that.
I'm
Oh.
glad you did that because if you didn't, you was taking it.
What if he just dropped it? You would pick it
Yup.
up.
The way me sees it is this could be sold for a high price. Somewhere's
And I
gonna
look over to Iluna.
someone somewhere's gonna want it.
I tried to let him know, but he still took it.
there's an effect to this. So, as long as Jared, as long as me is still in possession of that, the two of you, Iluna and Smith, cannot be friendly towards him. You can be indifferent. You cannot be friendly towards him.
But okay, good
Aren't
luck.
they already indifferent? Aren't
Getting
they
healed
already
now.
indifferent to me to begin with?
This
No,
can
she
lead
practically
to
heals you all the
this
time.
can lead to mechanical detriments, as in if me was in a situation where Iluna could rescue him, she
Rescue
would
him.
not be favorable to rescuing you.
She's gonna push you down that hill.
But
No,
Jared,
Yes.
She can't be friendly.
I'll be adding an item to your character sheet in a minute.
Okay.
I just healed him. Would I even be effective healing? I guess it would.
Well,
That
I'd
would
probably
have
picked it
that
up,
that
right?
would have happened before.
Yeah, no, I get that. I
Like
did
Guy
before,
said, as far as me's concerned, he plans on trying to sell this on some sort of black market, if not sell it to somebody instantly. He's not. He doesn't plan on keeping this. He just plans on selling it. As soon as he heard that people didn't like it, he figured someone somewhere would love this.
Well, would
I
Iluna
played the bag of
feel
holding.
would Iluna feel like, because rescue is a big thing I try to use, and healing, would she feel like when she went to try to do that, she was like, no, I'm not gonna
Now that you have done it, because you did it before he grabbed this thing, at this point there is a slight regret in healing him.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Let me know when it's
Son of
added,
a bitch.
Lucas, so I can refresh.
Gotcha, give me 1 second.
She has disdain for you now.
I mean, to be
But-
fair, Smith was indifferent about me and you to begin with.
Yeah, but we
they
can't
don't have any. They're not friendly now, so
we
it's a little
can't be
different.
friendly. It is a little different. Well, you might not help you as much in battle,
Yeah,
or might not rescue
the
you
idea is that at best they are indifferent.
at best.
We're in shade all day
And
long.
they're at their worst right now.
No, we're
Smith's hurt,
grumpy.
you know, whatever his HP is.
Great.
Should have worded it better. You just told him that maybe you should get rid of it because people may not like it, and he decided, nope, I'm definitely keeping it now. Should have worded differently.
No, all I told you is I would not take that with you.
Exactly, which immediately means yes. Take it with him.
I didn't say people won't like it. I'm just saying the two here wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Well, whatever. Anyhow,
You're talking to literally somebody who collects people's souls as skull coins because it's funny. You honestly think that telling him, hey, you might not want to take that treasure you just found is gonna make him go, oh man, I should leave it. No, it's gonna make him want it more.
I feel like it's not a treasure you found. It feels like it's a piece
It's a
of
treasure to him.
garbage.
Everything has a price.
we didn't find
Now, if
anything.
he... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We didn't find anything else. You mentioned what their like headgear looked. Oh wait, the one more like a cleric's kind of outfit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I guess
The one was wearing more clerical stuff.
if Albina's interested in that.
Ooh.
But Luna's mostly trying to look for the winter clothes. And
What did she find me? On this cleric?
She
Clerics
may-
don't have spell books, do they?
No.
What's that?
I mean, I don't
Okay.
think we do.
huh?
Spell books he was asking
Clerics
about for
don't have
clerics.
spell books, right?
I'm born with this, that's all.
Well,
Okay.
you pray for it.
Born with it, yeah, from the prayers.
You is
Did I
a
refresh,
wizard
Lucas?
warlock, not a sorcerer.
Yes. I don't know why it's listing it as attunement, but it shouldn't be.
It listed the Fang as attunement too, so
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah,
I
Hassan's favor is still.
Yeah.
it's still not on my list.
Now, I have a question. Would
Mhm.
Albina know from the little bit she learned or knows about this object? Would she kind of catch on that Smith and Iluna are feeling this way, or not at all?
And that's all going to be dependent on how specifically they are acting
DM me what
outwards.
it's called because I'm not seeing it after I refreshed.
All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah. So, like I said, that would be dependent on how they would be acting towards it. I don't know if they're outwardly showing
As I
this.
dive to cover me from a fireball that Smith shoots out right now.
Yeah. Reload your character
Oh.
sheet, Jared. Try again. Should be your 4th item in your equipment.
4th item. Yep, there it is.
Okay.
Do it, Smith. Finish him.
Oh my god, I love that.
All right.
I love that. That's hysterical.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, it depends on how Iluna and Smith outwardly act towards them. I'll say as we continue, it might become more present, more known. But yeah, I will say though.
Ooh, I just got a devilish idea.
I'm sure you did. But
Message me.
wow, oh, I think I just forgot what you were thinking of. But yeah, while you guys are up here and you're starting to make your way up there and you're looking at all the orc bodies that are around, you guys hear the sound of that little kobold rummaging through some of the debris and some of the chaos and broken crates and barrels up here on the top of this mound.
What? He's up here with us?
Yeah, he's going through these crates and barrels.
He got there
Like I said,
before us?
Yeah, he was already halfway up the hill whenever you guys started to move there, and he had already started to move to the top of the hill.
I speak Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
I would walk.
I
towards
DM'd
it.
you the devilish plan, Lucas.
Where's my bird? Oh no, I'm gonna assume she's
I said message
replying.
me.
He don't wanna.
Oh. Iluna would say, we're friends. Do you need help?
He turns around as like sees all of you standing there, kind of like looking back and forth at all of you, and in Draconic, he says, I am trying to find him.
Find him? Find who?
Yep. And you see that he quickly dives into into the tote.
Okay. I'll help. What's imp? Or imp or whatever.
Yep.
Yep.
He looked like me.
Oh no.
Kobold. I mean, if it's in Draconic, it'll.
Yes.
Oh. I will let everyone know he's looking for, I think, a friend, but it's up here with the crates and clothes and stuff. So he seems to be looking for another kobold. But I
Do
would
I
help
hear
him.
them talk about this, Lucas?
Yeah, you're hearing the whole conversation. In fact, anyone who speaks Draconic could hear it, which would be yes, just you.
Oh, I thought Septis had Draconic too for some reason.
Nope, don't
Not
think
that I
so.
know of. Giant
No,
and Goblin.
I just made that up. No, at first she would talk to him Draconic, but when she says he's looking for something, that's in common. She would tell everyone. He seems to be looking for a friend. And I would try to help and tell him I'll try to help.
All right.
But also
By the
keep
way,
out
for
close.
yes, Jared, I know. By the way, this is what this
It's
little kobold.
funny as all hell.
This is what this little kobold looks like. I put it up there in chat.
Let me see the cutie pie.
I keep thinking
In the
it's
chat. Oh,
on the
okay.
map.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
yeah.
he's
I
adorable.
Oh my god. Nit.
I
It's
am
way
going
too.
to I am going to
Oh
put
my
it
goodness.
in
And I love
chat.
kobolds, to be honest.
I don't
There
know
we go.
if Iluna has any
There's
affinity
there's
for
there's
kobolds
what he
or not.
looks like, everyone at home.
A
That is the little kobold.
He's not like the token at all. Well, the same color, that's about it.
That's about it.
And 20 years older.
Is anyone helping? Anyhow, I'm mostly trying to find his friend or something.
I don't know.
And some
You don't
clothes.
like me right now, so
I don't not like me, and you wouldn't know that outwardly anyhow.
I imagine Smith would be the more vocal one, just like looking over at you like, ugh. Ugh.
I'm like,
It's like, all right,
like,
look, you guys just decide to help us. You then disappear for like at least 5 hours. One of you stuck in a medallion, and then you want to give us powers?
Yeah, he just signed that book.
I don't
and
want to give
He
you.
might be pissed off
I
about that
just-
Yeah.
now.
What did he fireball? Smith, what did you fireball?
Nothing. He didn't fireball anything.
He was just only in
I
his
stab
I
Smith
wanna
with
walk up to
advantage.
the dude.
Is he sure about that?
I mean, that is true. He is
Look,
indifferent towards me now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
buddy.
I see a fireball 6 minutes ago.
What's
at
up, Aaron?
worst,
I want to walk up to the little dude and see who he's looking for. And
He
if he can't find him, he wants to tag along with us.
he pops his head. He pops his head up out of the box that he's in. You see that he has a pair of like bloomers on his head. And he's like, I'm looking for Yip.
Yep.
And then just like dives back down into the box. You hear like a bit of crunching as he like moves through some of the rubble and debris, trying to get to like another box. So calling for a... Huh?
Him at the moment.
As you are a goblin, correct?
Correct. Currently.
Yeah, if you are a goblin, you are currently small. And he is a little bit smaller than you. He is more the size of like almost like a house cat.
Well, he was gonna fight the bloom crawler, so I guess similar sized.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help him and friend him and have him my buddy.
Okay.
So whatever I can do to help him out.
All right. Yep.
Does he seem injured in the same fashion that
there are cuts and scrapes on him.
But like Bulba was near dead, where this one was able to like
this one does not seem to be nearly as bad. It seems as if he is a bit more of a scrapper than Bulba was.
Oh man, Bulba would have totally lost.
Yeah. All right, so anyone who is looking for the cold weather clothing, give me an give me a perception check. For Iluna and me, or for Iluna and you who are trying to help this little kobold, roll an investigation check.
Oh, okay. I thought we could do both.
Right, no. Yeah, you guys are more scouring, looking in general.
I'd actually rather want to help the poor little baby instead.
Yeah, if you want to help the kobold.
Yeah.
We have gone from we need cold weather clothing to we need to help this baby.
Bina has a soft spot for children, you know.
That's true.
Is it a child?
I mean, it is a baby kobold.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
He flew in on a dragon. I want to help him.
He didn't fly in on a dragon.
No, that's not the same
You're
one.
so funny.
No?
That's not who it
No,
is. This is the kobold that was
yeah, that's not the same. So
chained.
the one that was on the dragon,
Uh,
the one that was on the dragon was
Almost
would have looked more like this. It was a goblin in a little dragon outfit.
which is super adorable. Um,
Ah.
Iluna would ask him his name and say her name. I'm Iluna, and the bird is anime. What are you called? Indraconic.
Like you like call over to him from where you last saw him, but he like pops out about a foot behind you, out of a box. Says, I am Skip.
Skip.
Oh, are you telling us all this, by the way?
Yeah, I'll
Some
say his name
information.
is Skip. Indraconic, I'll ask, does he speak common at all?
Um, no.
Okay. Hopefully we'll
Okay.
find or Zip or whatever his name was.
So me and Seftis,
Yep.
as the two, or yeah, so Smith, me, and Seftis, you guys start looking around for this cold weather clothing. Me and Seftis, you guys are clearing out some of the debris. Smith, you're rummaging through it, and eventually, with your combined efforts, you guys are able to find kind of strewn about the 6 pieces of cold weather clothing that you came down here looking for.
woohoo!
Yay.
Bina just wants to run up to this little kobold and just like call it by its name, and pretty much she's gonna talk to it in common, but I don't know how much it's gonna understand her. And she's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Aren't you the most adorable little thing? Come here, get on my shoulder. I'll hold you. It's okay."
And then,
I-
like in Draconic, he's like,
So
he's like, yes, please, must find, yep,
Yeah,
and like kind of
I'm just gonna
squirming
like,
away.
pat its little head. You're so adorable.
For you, all you're hearing is like,
Oh, he's happy, isn't he? I look over and I look. He's adorable.
no,
it's like holding a
he
pug.
needs-
I'm gonna send message
he
to
needs help.
uh
He needs help.
Albina
I'll carry him. It's okay.
and
I'll
send
carry
it.
him.
Be like, hey, leave him alone. We're looking for a buddy.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna look
Iluna
over
would
to you.
say the same. Just like just
Um,
looking for.
But he's just. I just want to hold him. He's just.
this
so
is
cute.
why Albina rolled a
After we
4 on
find
the investigation because
buddy.
she's not looking at all.
After we find this buddy.
So eventually,
I look down.
as the minutes go by, as you guys are sitting here scouring, Seftis, go ahead and roll that d6 again.
Nice.
You guys are having, you're scouring through. You're not exactly sure what you're looking for. But Iluna, at one point, as you go through one of these crates that's broken open, you find what appears to be a small stuffed kobold.
I figured. Is this Yip?
As you say this, you see Skip pops his head out. His eyes go wide as he very quickly scurries over, like reaching up for it, just like Yip.
Here. If it
This
needs
is the opportune moment.
if it needs
Skip.
any mending whatsoever, I'll mend it.
I can do a trick.
There are some small tears in it.
I'll mend it.
And seeing this, Albina pulls out Rafa and she's like, "You need to change into that little Yip right now," and she'll hand him over to the kobold.
But I would probably direct him to you
Um,
and be like, uh, we can all be friends, but you will help you if that's if you seems receptive to being his little buddy.
He nods, and you see that Rafa changes
yeah.
into the stuffed Yip, and you see Skip's eyes go wide as he sees the two of them, but the Rafa one is like slightly moving and animating a bit, and is like goes up and like kind of like touches Rafa. You see Rafa kind of like takes a bit of a step back, and then Skip holds on to Yip and like squeezes him and like presses his face into it. And in Draconic, he goes, real Yip soft, real Yip so soft.
Oh my god.
And he walks over to you, and he looks up at you and says, and says in Draconic, you help me go home now?
Oh.
Where's home?
And
reply
he,
in Draconic, where's home?
yep. And he points to Ice Spire Peak.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no.
As he
Isn't that where we're
points
going
to
anyway?
it, and he says, Brother Cryovane saved us.
You're horrible, DM.
I know, ain't I?
Wait, I'm not understanding. Maybe it's because I got a
I
4 and a
do
5,
know
but
what interpret.
is
And
this a
say
dragon baby?
So what you see just transpire here, Albina, is the little kobold goes up to you, jitters something in Draconic, you chitter something back in Draconic, and then you see that Skip points to the mountain that you guys are going to be traveling to kill the white dragon, and then chitter something in Draconic, at which point you see Iluna's face go sullen and, jaw dropped.
Albina's just looking back and forth
Uh,
at you, and
I
she's
would
just like, what's going on?
translate, but you know Lucas, and points to me as a goblin. The goblin Lucas.
And says,
No.
he says in Draconic, no?
He rode the dragon? You waved.
He thinks for a moment, and then he goes, oh, yes, big brother, yes, big brother Vic.
Vic, okay.
I'll carry him.
Yeah, I would make sure like Iggy also understands what's going on.
Yeah, you
So-
see Iggy is definitely like standing there, same confusion as everyone.
And explain that Iggy or Lucas / Vic and Skip.
Vic. Wait, he said his name was Vic?
I thought, yeah.
Oh, what
Our
a
brothers.
fucking what a jackass. He had this story he was writing that he was like this hero, and he said the character's name was Vic because it was short for victory because he always won. I think if I get there, I'm gonna kill him myself.
So maybe
I feel like
let
I
him
didn't
just
understand
go.
anything. Lucas the goblin is what we're referring to then?
Yes.
But what's that have to do with this cute baby kobold? I want to know.
The dragon,
I thought it was a baby dragon.
the Crier Vane is the white dragon, and they are receiving protection, I guess. They're at least some sort of family. He refers to brother.
Mm. Okay.
No one should
I
die
thought
if
this
they
was
are
really a baby
king.
No,
dragon.
oh my god.
Not an actually kobold.
The volcano barbarian speaks up.
What did he say? Say it again.
They should die.
No one should die if they are kin.
No.
Oh, but Albina's gonna stand in front of the cute little kobold. None of that.
Same.
Calm down. Step back. And I'm just gonna like put my hand like signal it like for the kobold to move back.
You see that he
So,
like quickly skitters behind him.
You have
So
my sword.
you's gonna have a
little
conversation with Skip.
one.
Hey. What do you say?
And about joining us, that he joins us rather than go home. And you can go
I need
on
to.
many adventures together.
But I want to go home. It's where my family is.
No.
What it sounds like, Septus is willing to
We'll
send him
take
to
you
a new
home,
home
but
called
if
Hell.
nobody is there,
Well, I mean, where did they go?
Not everyone
don't
thinks
know.
your
I'm
family
just
is
saying.
friendly.
I'm just saying, if nobody is there, would you want to travel with us until we find where they have gone to?
I will. Are we not going home? I will walk home.
We're
Aaron, are you
going,
trying
but
to
I'm just
convince
saying,
this
if
thing
they're
for
No,
not
by the way, because we might want to
Aaron?
him.
Are you trying to convince this thing to wait so we can go slaughter his brother and White Dragon and be like, hey, you're
Yes.
coming with us. They're not home.
Sorry, we checked. They're not
exactly
there.
it.
We
That's
checked.
good. I
They're
mean, it's
not
better
home.
than
We have no idea where they are.
it's better than
You go,
killing the poor
you
things.
go up to Icespire Peak. You knock on the mountain. You're like, well, nobody's home. Guess they left. Let's go, buddy.
You have to contend with
Hold
Dobin's
on.
crew. Dobin's crew definitely wants to kill anything involved with this dragon.
No one needs to know about the kobold being involved. I look around everybody. Got it?
He kind of points to Septus going, I kind of agree with the big guy here. If he's part of the White Dragon, there's a possibility he'll come back and bite us in the ass.
Their extinction must be absolute.
He'll
know
he'll
what?
look over to Iggy and speak in Goblin, going, "How do you feel about this? Since it's technically your clan member."
Look, Lucas Late may have lost his mind. All I'm saying is, if there's even a chance that I can get him back, some semblance of who he is, I want him back. He's the last member of my clan. But if he's too far gone and he's a danger, to anyone else around here, I mean, it was that damn dragon that killed the rest of his clan. I don't know what he's doing, riding around on him and, in this make-believe mindscape of his.
Crazy.
Look, my opinion, at least, I've seen orphans like this. Well, I mean, I don't know if the kid's an orphan, but I've seen whelps like this. And generally they're innocent in all of it. I mean, the dragon's the one that we have an issue with, but if he's saying that his family's there might be more kobolds that we have to deal with there than just, Lucas and the dragon.
Hmm.
How about we discuss it on the way up?
Me shrugs and he goes, "All right, fair enough. I understand all that, but as soon as the kobold tries blocking from the dragon, I'm slaughtering him and taking the dragon."
That won't be necessary. It won't happen. I just put my arm in front of the little one.
You say that until it stabs you in the back. I've survived a few mutinies. I know how it goes.
Look at those big red eyes. Come on, man.
You know what? Hey, hey, Smith. Do you remember back in the day whenever I wanted to, when Kelf wanted to murder a child? I'm glad I'm on the DM side of things now. It's an interesting perspective.
But so
Listen, all I'm saying is if we don't kill the kid, It could come back for us after we
It'll
kill
come
the
back
dragon
for
and its father.
revenge!
It can come back for revenge. That's all I'm saying. If we
No.
don't kill the orphan child,
If we look, we just killed its father and mother. If we don't kill it too, it's gonna seek revenge.
What if it
Sounds
doesn't
logic.
know?
That's why
No.
we just have it
Yes!
join us. It never knows that we killed it.
We
Kelp lives in all of us.
I think we need
right.
to protect the child as much as I know you would like to get rid of it, Septus.
Protect the child. The child is us. We are one.
Protect the cheerleader. Or should save the cheerleader,
Oh,
save the world.
I wanna.
save the cheerleader.
I'm gonna ask if dragon eggs up at home bait where he lives, or any other baby
egg-
dragons, babies
Uh,
like him.
Nope, no baby dragons. Kobolds.
How many?
Oh. You see that he, like, his eyes go wide. He just, like, starts counting on his hands, just like his little claws. He goes, about this many. Which would be an indeterminate amount because he kind of, like, waves his hands.
Aw.
As in, I don't think the child knows how to count.
I'll be right back.
Jeez.
I'm surprised you can even have this conversation because you seem pretty little to me.
Yeah, but kobolds age quickly. They're at
Mhm.
adult.
Can't
age
we
at, like,
can we place him can we
5,
put him
6.
under sleep or something? Like he'll never know what happens to protect him.
You're not
Isn't there
you're not a
way-
divination wizard.
That just to look
No,
after him.
isn't there something I have? Let me go back here.
Look,
Um
be friendly.
Is there... here, I do want to say this. I want to say this before we continue any other part of this. Everyone add cold weather clothing to your inventory.
Oh, I already
Just-
did that.
If you don't have it, make sure you add cold weather clothing. I want to make sure that we address that here and now because that has been found. That was one of the things. I don't want to forget it.
where do we go
Of
to?
a
In inventory? Just the
kobold
cold weather?
add to equipment. Okay.
Go to manage inventory, Hannah. Go to manage inventory and type in cold, and it'll be the second option. It'll be clothing cold weather.
Yes, okay. And then equip and
Yeah,
Alright.
you
Increases AC by 3.
no.
and level up.
And level up.
Right.
You know, if we kill this kobold, we might get enough experience to level
Think of
up.
the XP.
Think of the XP, guys.
It's like that. It's like that South Park episode. How many boars do you have to kill to max level in WoW?
Yeah, we just killed a whole orc camp and we didn't level up, so we have to be close.
You're
We're
just
like-
on the edge.
We're like 2
You just need to kill
experience
like a
points
baby
away.
kobold or something.
No.
Like one baby kobold
Enough.
killing could level us up.
Oh
I'm
man.
just gonna ask you to ask the child, if he wants her to carry, and then she's gonna have like little Rafa sitting on her. Do you want to have 2 yips for now? And she looks over, waiting for a response.
Who are you asking to translate for you?
I said you, didn't I? Yeah, you.
Oh, you did, yeah. Because he said he'd be right back.
Out of
Oh, I'm so
curiosity,
sorry.
is a kobold something I could use under Beastmaster?
Huh?
What?
Wait for
Is
wait
What? She
for
wants to
for
have a
what?
pet?
Well, instead of like, the rat
No.
or something.
No, okay, no, that's what I'm asking. Beastmaster would be anime. That's why I was like that's why I got confused when you said Beastmaster. Because I was like, that's, you mean no, but what you said under Beastmaster would I be able to have a kobold? And Beastmaster is more specifically tied to your Beastmaster Ranger subclass is more specifically tied to anime. So that it just confused me. When you said that, I was like thinking to myself in that moment, like, are you giving up anime for a kobold?
To me, it definitely isn't that. She's has 3 pets because of Beastmaster Ranger, and that's all I'm limited at is 3.
Well, yeah, no, like I said, just whenever you said Beastmaster,
Yeah.
that to me was like anime, because your beast companion is different than a pet. Um,
Just
so
curiously, is that something
Your new family, we say
I
as
mean,
we shove him into a Pokeball.
I mean, there's nothing. It is. I mean, he is I mean, he is a low enough challenge rating that you would be able to put him into the orb. That would not
He'd
be
be
out of the
protected there.
question.
I'm not aiming in that direction, only if to keep him safe, I suppose.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't know what's going
Well,
on
keep in
outside,
mind,
right?
as of right
I
now, Piper is in your bag, Bulba is
I
in an
know.
orb, so you would have to take out
I
Sulnasha.
I'm aware. I just didn't know if it counted because kobolds, they're a playable race, so I don't, aren't they?
They're also a beast. They're also a
Yeah,
beast
that's what
race. I
I
mean,
was wondering
they
if
are
they were
beasts.
if
They
they
were not a playable race. They were an NPC, but well before they were a playable race.
yeah, I didn't know if they like changed stat and it stopped being
No, he has a stat block.
a creature that I could technically.
He's so stinking cute.
Yep.
I
Nope,
want
he
a
has a
baby
stat
cute
block.
kobold.
It's not a goal, but it's a backup goal, I suppose.
Well, Albina has a heart for orphans. That's what I'll say.
Well, so for the while you have him,
Use Heart for Dragon.
what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said you has a heart for dragons.
It's true, he does.
And
Um.
Oh,
All
interesting.
right. So, if you is going to translate for Albina for to offer for Skip to sit with her and Rafa now shape changed into another Yip. Is that what's going down?
Yeah, she just crouches down. Hey there, little guy. It's a long walk ahead. Would you like me to carry you?
nope, I transform into a kobold.
Yeah, I figured. A nice.
He looks over at you and he goes, "Hey, where did you come from? Are you from the mountain? Are we going home?"
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we are going home.
All right. And he
Flying
grabs
home.
All over for
Yip.
you.
He grabs Yip, kind of like, tossles him in the air a bit, and then starts to starts to look off towards the mountain, like with adventure in his eye.
Does anyone
Yeah.
want?
I'll grab Yip's hand, and we'll kind
Okay.
of skip as we're traveling,
God.
swinging
All
Yip
right.
back and forth.
Aaron, do me a favor. Go to the extras on your character sheet. Hit manage extras. Make the category miscellaneous. And then search up a kobold commoner. For reference, kobold commoners have a 10 AC and 3 hit points. So,
Oh,
It's for the better that you
ready to die.
because I can't even understand him. Ready to die.
maybe I do need to be able to put him in an orb.
Have a nice death.
So,
Let's just walk down, everyone shouting in his sword.
So
well, before you guys march off, I do want to know, because I don't think it was ever addressed. Are you guys doing anything with the wagons?
Yes, I was about to say something.
Okay.
If anyone wants
Did
to,
I find anything, by the way?
In what?
By the cleric? I thought that Iluna said she found something.
Oh, you found it was mostly a holy symbol. It was a holy symbol. I'll say that it is at least recognizable to you with your base religion, that it is to the god, the orc god Luthic, who is the orc goddess of caves, and is like the female She's like the female patron of orcs and is the goddess of like healing and home. She's known as the Cave Mother.
Cave mother.
Okay.
As a quote, she would fight with the savage determination of a mother bear to protect her children.
Oh, okay.
All right,
And that's a
Lucas,
symbol
what
I
was that
found. I could
going-
just pick it up, or
I got you, Aaron. Just
It's just
I'll tell
on
you when
her
to refresh
clothing.
your page. Yeah, no, so that was a holy symbol that like appeared on her chest whenever she cast her spell. But there is a symbol on her chest that is of the symbol of Luthic.
okay.
Reload your character sheet, Aaron. You'll see it on there now. So yeah, if you guys are doing anything with the wagons, there are 3 of them that are in order. There is one that is destroyed. Luckily, with Smith's intense mastery of his flame skills, he was able to kill the orcs in that vicinity while not damaging the wagons nor the horses.
Very scared.
Very
Or
scared
killed.
horses.
What was I? Oh, yeah, the wagons. Also, did we want to look inside the mill? If there's, I don't know what we would want from. Oh, you said there was, wait, there was a body, those bodies that they unburied. Ugh, they probably got fairly destroyed though. They're all like, you said they were in a pile.
You can see it right there inside the mill.
Oh, I meant from the graves. I thought they had a
Oh,
pile.
no. Yeah, there's no bodies there, but they have exhumed those graves that were up there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that's right. There's 2 piles of bodies. There was one that was bodies and one that was bones. Yes, down by where I have the kobold token right here, there is a pile of bones that all appear to be dwarven in nature, and one of them is a horse.
Okay.
Hannah, I put a picture of that holy symbol in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
What were you saying?
Oh my gosh! What the heck is this?
That's the symbol. That's the symbol of Luthic.
No,
This
above
is-
it.
Oh, kick the baby!
Oh my goodness.
Don't kick the
you're
baby. Kick the baby.
awful.
Baby. Just accidentally hit it. I don't know what happened. Seth just wasn't
so
looking.
Lucas-
He just kicked it.
Power nudge.
Power nudge.
I'm going to take my name off and out of my
Okay.
book. and
I
I'm
gotcha.
gonna have-
Yep. Sign.
Oh my.
He takes your
Skip
pen.
sign.
Does he even have a
Yeah.
signature?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
It just makes
s-
him, oh my
Skip
gosh.
Skip takes your quill and just like scribbles.
So,
He
we have to
yeah.
check out this
Mhm.
mill.
That's up to you.
Anyone coming to check out this mill? And this wagon. You said there's crates in one of the wagons.
Mhm.
I'll check out the crates. Where am I?
I'm
Maybe we'll
shorter
be
than what I
looking-
was before, so I'm really no help at the moment.
Maybe we'll be looking through them as well, seeing if there's anything worthwhile.
Yeah.
Well,
I was hoping
Now I
there'd be some kind of healing, more potions or something, but I don't know what I have to throw. What I have to roll for that.
Well, if anybody wants to look through the mill, go ahead and let me know who is doing that, or move your token over there, and then roll a perception check. And Luna, if you want to look at the stuff in that one wagon there, go ahead and roll me investigation.
well, I do.
I'll join in looking for stuff in the wagon. See if there's
Okay.
anything worthwhile.
But I wanted to check the bodies in the mill to see.
Well, I mean, what
What
are you doing
type-
first? Are you checking? Are you
Yeah,
checking
the
the crates, or are
wagon.
you? Okay,
So that's investigation.
investigation. Yep, because you're looking through, what is in here. All right, so
I want to
Smith.
find stuff that would maybe help me heal.
So
Is that still
Smith.
perception?
Yeah,
I can
because you're
look
going to
through
be
the
looking
mill,
in the
yeah.
mill. All right, so
Okay.
stuff just going over there. Where
Hey,
is
thank you. I couldn't
you
move all the way
going to
there.
be? Huh?
No, I was thinking I couldn't move all the way there. Like stop.
Oh,
halfway.
gotcha. Where is you gonna be looking? Or is you just gonna be hanging out
You
in the middle?
is going to be wandering around with. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of wander around.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Scope
get a
things
token,
out.
obviously, for Skip.
Go things
Yes,
out.
you did. You
I'm
thought.
a little nervous for the baby.
You should be.
All right. Okay, cool. So, as you guys are searching through here, as you look through these crates, there's not a lot in them in this wagon. You imagine that this was probably from a more recent raid that had not been fully processed through yet. So you're not exactly sure what you're gonna find, but as you start to dig through here, give me 1 second. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so yeah, as you and Luna are looking through this, Jared, you find a oh wait, what the hell? God damn it. I hate whenever my lists go away.
Stupid list. Ooh.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I have these things prepped. There we go. Okay, so, in the one, you find a green emerald that is sitting in a box. It has like a velveteen pillow that it is sitting on, and it almost looks as if the inside of it is filled with water.
That's fancy.
Oh hell, I definitely want that.
Yup. And the other thing that is found, so Luna, you find this, as you're searching through the one box, there appear to be a set of horseshoes in this. But something stands out to you, and that is that they appear to have, like, you think of like normal horseshoes. These ones appear to have tiny little wings that like come out the left and right, almost as if it was like Mercury's boots.
He looks at the horseshoes and he goes, "No, I heard a story once of a mad wizard cutting off horse legs to attach these."
I too have heard that before. It's a horrific story.
I'm taking the horseshoes too.
What? Luna
Luna found them.
Oh,
in her hands.
I want them.
It's so handsy.
He's just gonna grab them out of her hands.
Yep.
I can see it happening.
Nope.
But his
Nope. The way
his hand.
Me's too much in shock because he's staring at the horseshoes and all he's remembering is horse legs being attached to a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The two of you go ahead and reload your character sheet. I added the items to your inventory. Unless they are identified, you would not know what they do, but at least meta knowledge, you will know what they do.
Instead of horseshoes with wings.
It's
Um,
already in there.
They're not in my actual notes that I wrote down though.
Oh, true.
That is awesome.
I know, right?
But Iluna would also go to these horses.
Okay. So, we're going to while that is going on, and we are addressing what's going on the inside. So Smith, Albina, and Seftis, as you guys start looking through, Seftis, did you roll me a perception check?
Oh no, shit! I forgot. Sorry, I'll do that
It's all
now.
good. No worries. Okay, cool. So you guys start going through here. As soon as you walk in, really the first thing that stands out to you in this room is this pile of bodies that is just kind of unceremoniously like thrown in the one corner. The blood on the bodies does seem to be a little bit of a mixture of fresh and also dried. Something to note about them is that all of them are really only wearing basic bare bottom clothing. It appears as if any other like jackets or pants or anything like that, like they're pretty much all just like in their underwear. But they all just appear to be commoners. There does not really seem to be anyone of particular note, or at least nobody that you guys recognize. As you start to look around the main floor, though, you can see that this place has been trashed. From, just the orcs have knocked over pretty much everything. Almost all of the alchemical supplies are just shattered and smashed to the ground. There is like a pile of broken glass in the one corner that there appears to be a dried up stain on the rock of a variety of colors, where you imagine like the orcs were just like throwing stuff into the corner to move stuff off the table. Unfortunately, you are not able to find anything of value in here. But Smith, as you are looking around, you notice as you take a look up the stairs, the room that is above that would lead up to the second floor appears to be boarded off. There's like stones and like lumber and boards and everything that is filling up your ability to go up to the second level of this mill.
Wait, so I can't climb up there or anything? Boarded up? What's
Uh,
going on?
so it's basically it's been like filled up. Basically, the stairs have just been like filled in with rubble and debris to block your ability to get up to the next level.
Hmm. Does it look like there's anything up there, or I can't tell?
The most that you can hear, you do hear like the wind kind of, like blowing through this place. But you can't see anything up there. There does not appear to be any light even through some of the cracks that you may have.
Okay. Nothing in the mill.
Nothing of note. Yeah, like I said, pretty much everything in here has been destroyed. There is one thing though that you all do notice, and that is that there, on this wall over here, there does appear to be a weapon rack. There is a few great axes and javelins that are on there.
Ooh, great axe.
It's pretty great. It's a pretty great axe.
Albina's gonna go take one.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna take a great axe?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and add a great axe to your inventory.
Thank you.
Telephone.
Yeah, sorry. I turned it off.
It's all good. I'm just making sure you guys all have your backpacks equipped. Because I just noticed that about Albina.
I don't have my backpack equipped.
You do now. If you go into your inventory, there's a button to the left of backpack. Your backpack currently weighs 106 pounds, and it's 70 pounds overweight.
Oh, what?
Because you're carrying a thing of scale mail, in that, so, which is 45 pounds.
When did I forget when I got that?
Huh?
When did I get the scale mail?
I think
I don't know actually.
you start with scale mail and then swap.
Oh,
it
you
to-
know what you did? You started with scale mail, but then you got the mithril chain.
And
Oh, I can sell that.
or you never left it in anywhere to just.
I also
Well,
noticed that if Iluna actually equips the bag of holding, you are encumbered by 13 pounds. Fucker, these fucking
Oh
stinkers.
man, guess you better give you that bag of holding to hold on to, so you're not overweight there.
Sounds about right.
You disgust me.
Wait, what? What? I just heard part of this. Could you repeat what you said?
Ooh, I'm so glad I added that item in.
I'm just happy that I am currently not over encumbered. I am perfect. As the little goblin that I am.
So Iluna, as you walk over to these horses, you can see that surprisingly, at least compared to the rest of this camp, these horses seem to be well cared for. There is a good luster to their hair, and they appear to have a fair amount of food and water accessible to them as they are tied up here.
I was going to speak with animals.
Okay. So what do you say?
Wait, do I get?
Mana.
Oh, never mind. I was reading something wrong. I would be trying to make sure after everything that's happened if they seem skittish.
I mean, they're definitely they're definitely wary of you walking up.
Yeah, and I probably would not come to their behinds. That's how you get kicked by a
True.
horse.
That is how you get kicked in the face.
Because they don't want to be spooked.
Mm-hmm.
And say, hi, I'm friendly. We're here to
Hello, friendly.
help.
I tried it on a date once.
I didn't hear what you said.
Friendly ice cream, I imagine.
Oh. I didn't know you knew that was a brand. Are you
Ding dinner just done.
injured in any way?
No, but quite a ruckus. The rest of you hear Iluna outside of the mill, like you are watching her walk over to the horses, and the horses are just like, and she is doing the same.
Oh. Anyhow.
Me sees that and he just turns around and starts to slowly walk away while saying how she's gone crazy.
Talk to animals
I
before.
cast speak with animal on myself as a ritual for 10 minutes.
For 10
But
minutes.
it takes 10 minutes for her to be done.
It will
So
be
then
a
you
while.
you can talk to them when she's finished. I'm trying to think. Who are your owners? Were they human like us or orcs like them?
They say human.
Okay. You can pull wagons.
Yes. See the one looks up, says, "We are proud draft horses."
We could use some strong, proud horses to help
Could
our
use a drink.
friends. Um, they need to travel to safe house, to safe city. Would you want to come with us?
They look at you with cocked heads, and
The
they're like,
dragon.
"Where are we going?"
When we come back, we'll go to to a city. We need horses to pull these wagons. I assume, actually. They're wagons, right? Not carts.
Yep. They're more. I mean, they're big carts. Two of you would have to pull it if you guys wanted to pull them yourselves.
Do you
Now,
want
the thing that I'm
the
going to remind you of is wagons are quite heavy and
Mhm.
also a bit cumbersome. So, also being that these are not your mechanical horses that Karen Justin so graciously gifted you guys, they would require a rest every hour.
Yeah, I wasn't taking them with us. Not
You
going up.
did you not say to the
No,
dragon?
not going up. I didn't say
Oh,
to the dragon. I meant because of the dragon. They seem worried.
oh. So what are you asking them to go with you, or are you asking them to go back to Axholm?
When we come back, if they'll come with us to Axholm.
How long will you be gone?
I don't know, actually. Iluna would probably have known how to calculate how long they might be gone. The distance. A day? Less?
Well, wait. How long you guys are going to be gone from here if you go straight to the mountain?
Yeah.
Well, it is going to currently in world. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh.
It is going to take you 5, 10, 15 miles to get to where Dobbin said he would meet you guys. So that is going to be at least 5 hours, putting you at about 7 o'clock at night. You would then be resting there and then heading up to Icespire Hold the next day, or at least to where their camp is, which is 5, 10, 15, almost 18 miles. So that would be about another day's worth of travel for you guys. However long it takes you to handle things there, and then roughly 2 days back. So these horses would be here by themselves for 4 days.
Yeah.
On a good on a good on a good travel plan.
Alright.
So 5 to 6 days.
Potentially, depending on, scenarios.
Well, with that in mind, it might be a while. How long you... I don't think I've been talking to them for 10 minutes yet.
No, it's just been like a minute or two.
Cool. Can I run up to everyone else and be like, do we want to bring these horses with us? All the way to the mountain. They need care and rest.
You have
Anybody?
enough food to feed them? Do you have enough food to feed them?
Well, didn't you say there seemed to be plenty of food? Oh, they seem to be well fed. Is there food?
Right. They seem to have been
down
well cared for while they were here. There is food there for them.
enough for a few days? Was there enough food for a few days?
Is there enough food for a few days? So looking at what you have here, you imagine that as long as you would not run into any major issues along the way, it would at least be enough to get you to the mountain. Now the thing is I will say as somebody who has been a part of a caravan, somebody who has dealt with, moving stuff like this before, Luna would at least know that, especially moving up into the mountains is going to be far more treacherous and dangerous with trying to haul up their 3 horses and wagons. Not that it's impossible, but it would depend on the weather as you guys get up there.
Do we want these horses, or do we want to let them wander as they please? Anybody?
I said we come back. I say we
And
come back and take them back to
Are they gonna
Phandalin
die
or
before
whatever
we
town's closest that we're going
before
to.
we come back? Because who's gonna feed them when we're gone?
No one. They'd feed themselves, or we have to let
There's
them
plenty
go.
of orcs for them to feed on.
They don't.
They're not
I don't think
cannibals.
that's how it works.
Or, I mean, not cannibals, but sorry.
Hey, hungry.
Hungry
I mean,
horses.
if there seem like enough
If
feed
somebody
there,
dies and the
then
cats
they-
don't get
but
fed, cats start to eat them. Therefore,
Cats do
horses will
start to
start
eat
to eat the
them.
orcs.
I
That
would
is
imagine
true.
if a horse was very hungry, it would try anything, not just
Hey,
its
just mix a little bit
horses.
of blood with the hay.
I don't
Start
think
weaning them onto it.
Yes. Get used to this
Take
blood.
hay, shove it into the orcs. The orcs' corpses. Hey guys, try out this hay.
Hey.
Because Iluna's thinking, since it would be so long before they got back, then it unless we go down the Axholm straight away, which is probably not anybody's plan, and just take the wagons and whatever we can salvage and the horses down the Axholm.
Yeah, let's do it on the way back.
But it'd be 4 days. They might not have 4 days worth of food. I mean, I'd pile up all the food.
You message
Oh,
somebody
shit,
to
I'm
come and get them.
Yeah,
And
I
the
can.
other option is cut them loose, set them free, and hopefully they know how to make it back home and graze on grass.
Yeah, that's the other option. Let them go. And not expect them to be around necessarily when we come back. But we still want to grab up these wagons, which we'll have to cart ourselves if we don't have horses. And we have the one mechanical. Oh wait, he
Well,
didn't come
just
with us. We have 0.
so
We have a bone horse, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, the only mount that you guys currently have would be the bone horse. I do want to say I did say the wrong time. I was legit looking at a different a different calendar. Sorry, it is 4 o'clock in game, so it would be you guys getting to the mount, or you guys getting to the temple, in
Nine.
closer to the evening, yeah.
So do we want these horses to be an option for us, either to come with us now, or to be tied up here, or do we set them free?
I guess set them free. I just think bringing them with him has been more of a problem.
I'm leaning towards set them free too. We've already got each other, the Reaver's crew, this new little cobalt to take care of in addition to some horses. And no one had any interest in the Axholm plan to go back down to Axholm right now, I assume.
I mean, we can dispatch the
You guys
Cobalt
didn't know
too if that's
me.
too much trouble to travel up the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baby. He's fine for now.
For now, yes.
I don't know, maybe we could use it as a trade.
The Cobalt?
Yeah, they're family.
It's rude.
Well, it's a little bit better than killing it.
Yeah, instead of killing, we're gonna threaten you and hold your child ransom.
That's doesn't seem any worse than trying to kill off the whole kobold family.
There is a man named Kelf that highly disagrees with that statement.
Anyhow, I'm going back down the horses. Are we letting them go then?
Anyhow,
Yep.
Yes. And tell them
can we? What?
letting them go, and we'll be back in this
What's
area
going
in
on at
2 days.
Temple? Dobbin's Temple.
The temple is where Dobbin said that he would meet you guys that night, because that is where he and his group stayed when they were traveling the area, before they went up into the mountain. So he knows the path from the temple to the campsite and can lead you guys there. If you did not reach the temple by nightfall for whatever reason and were not there in the morning, he was going to leave without all of you and was going to leave you a map to get to the camp.
I say we take the horses to Dobbin's Temple, leave them there, and let
It
sell
I'd
them
still
to
say
them.
just set him free.
it'll increase our travel time. By how
It
much,
will.
I don't know how that works out, but
So wait, let me ask you this. If you would take the horses, would you take the wagons?
No.
no.
Okay. If you just take the horses, it would not reduce your travel time to the temple.
But it won't
If you wanted
increase
to,
either.
or
Is
you're
there-
right. I'm sorry. It will not affect it.
Okay. Because I would say horses, they travel faster, but then they need to stop more. And
Right. They need to rest more often. So it's the same. You get the same 8 hours out of a horse.
Depends if you ride how hard you ride them.
That's true. Now, that's the point. If you guys would travel back to Axholm, so you guys walked 2 hours up to Umbridge Hill. If you would walk back to Axholm with the wagons, and keep in mind you also have Bulba, and the horses. If you guys would head back to Axholm, that would be another 4 hours. For you then to walk up to the temple from there, that'd be 5, 10, 15. That would be well over 20 miles, which would be out of the range for what you guys would be able to walk in a day without making constitution saves. Because that would be forced march after that point. So that's something to keep in
I
mind.
just said we take horses to the temple, and we sell the horses to the temple.
it's empty. as far as Dolbin told us.
Hear me out. We turn them into glue.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. Dobbin did say that the temple is abandoned.
That it's just a place for resting,
Oh.
like shelter,
Yeah,
basically.
there were he explained that there were orcs there that him and his crew dealt with, and then they rested there. So there would not be anyone there to like care for the horses. So essentially, your current options, just so I can surmise them for the best part or for the most part, you could take the horses and whatever you want back to Axholm. If you then wanted to travel up to the temple, you would have to push through exhaustion. So if you went back to Axholm and then up to the temple, you would be pushing through exhaustion for the last 2 hours for the last hour of your trip. If you head straight to the temple with the horses, you are essentially just going to have to leave them there, much the same as if you would have left them back here at Umbrage Hill. Because unless you guys really want to try and ride the horses up to the mountain, you're probably not best off taking them up the mountain. Or you can, like you said, leave the horses here or tie them up or let them loose and then head to the temple and then to the mountain and then pick them back up whenever you guys come back there, if they're still there.
Well, I was trying to hurry and be able to tell them we would come back if we untied them, we'll come back, and we'll give them a good
Oh,
home to lie on.
I'm not necessarily saying that the horses of their own accord might run off. You would be leaving 3 unattended horses at a blood-stained battlefield, where there is lots of dead orcs, and still lots of, kind of generic wares and whatnot that have been stolen by this group. So I'm not saying that the horses themselves might wander off, but somebody might take the horses.
I'm kind of leaning a bit towards taking the horses partway up away from this mess. If it's not going to slow us down. Like to the temple. To the temple is part way up. That's what I meant. Part way up to the mountain, but not all the way. Not all the way up the mountain. Here's some food, dragon.
Oh, a
Here's a-
diversion. You know what? That's even better.
Here's a quick snack for your kobold family.
What?
Do you think the kobolds will eat that? I don't know much about kobolds.
They probably would eat horse.
We eat lizards. Why won't kobold eat horse? People eat horses, so why wouldn't they?
I don't eat any of those things. That's why I don't know.
Any input?
You ate lizard.
You did.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't here, but then I remember. Yeah. I wasn't emotionally there. I was kind of. No, I'm just kidding.
But
that's right. I did. I forgot about that because I was absent that session.
Bringing the horses. Smith, Septis, especially Septis, who has his own mechanical horse. Look at these majestic animals.
Bone horse.
Shall we bring them? Well,
I'll take me a horse.
I think he has strong affinity to those mechanical horses.
I imagine he would.
Shall we bring these animals with us? I shall point out those ones. Okay, it looks like we have
happily.
We look like we have 3 yeses and 3 I guess so's.
Can I? What would I roll to see what each horse looks like?
Oh my!
To know.
I mean, one of them One of them is like a little bit more, like its color's a little bit more muddy. It's like a little more desaturated than the other two. But you know the movie Spirit?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, they just look like horses.
They look
I don't
like
know.
horses.
They're draft horses, for
But they all
what
the
it's
same
worth.
color. I just wondered.
But they're right there.
One is yeah, they're on the map. They're right next to Iluna.
One
They're
has an ice cream cone glued to its head.
right there.
Oh, I have no idea what that's about.
Yep, 3 horses.
So we taking these horses.
Okay.
Here we
Well, I was
go.
gonna say if there was any white one with, we got.
Oh, there's not a white one. There, I posted a picture of them in the chat. There you go.
The farthest right, that one's mine.
Okay,
I like that one.
cool.
Ooh, that's
Gotcha.
much big horses.
Where?
They're so pretty. See, it kind of has like its face is kind of reddish. It goes with me.
Mhm.
It goes with my skin.
Right, absolutely. Okay,
We-
so what is the plan?
Yeah, we going?
Smith, Seftis, what is your 2 opinions on taking these horses up to the temple?
Albina's just elbowing Smith. Get a horse. Get a horse.
That just wants to go and kill a dragon. He's already starting to walk away.
Okay, so I think that's
Me agrees with
I
Septis
think
and walks away with him.
Seftis is ambivalent to the situation of the horses as long as the pursuit to the horses is key.
I'm indifferent. But I'll take
Yeah.
a horse, I guess.
Yeah, I want to
All right.
ride a horse. I'm going to say Iluna's ridden horses in her 140 years. Maybe not often. I wouldn't
I would
say
imagine she
drive
would.
a wagon, but she's been in wagons driven by horses.
All right. So I imagine with that, you guys are going to start to head towards the temple.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second
3
to.
hours later.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Just gotta put some up on the map here.
Um,
Some?
All right.
is it
Mhm.
necessary to say we bring food, or in my head, horses will graze as long as their grass is available. So
Horses can graze and eat grass. That is true, as long as there is grass to eat.
I mean, we never say we really. Do I need to say I brought food? Because I never say I go hunting food.
I mean,
So
if you want, you can say right now that you are grabbing some of the hay that is in that giant pile next to them. Because there is a giant pile of hay that you could, like, throw, you know, it. They have saddles. I know it doesn't show it on there, but they do have, like, or they don't have saddles, sorry. They have, like, bags that go on their sides.
Saddlebags.
Saddlebags, yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to say, but yeah, they don't have saddles, but they have saddlebags.
somehow, just bags. Anyhow, some food.
They're draft horses, after all, not riding horses.
Hey.
Okay. Cool. So, give me a moment to roll some dice.
Fireball.
10? This doesn't seem high enough.
That was 3d6. You are passing through 3 hexes. This is a hex crawl. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so as you guys start to make your way over to where Dobbin told you guys, the sun begins to dip behind the mountains, and the valley here, where that is sits in the nest or sits in the crook of the Sword Mountains, is now bathed in darkness as you guys are slowly making your way across the valley and trying to follow as best the instructions that Dobbin gave you guys to reach the temple. And as you do, by the time you reach it, the sun has gone down. It is hours later. And once you start to make your way up the path that leads to this temple, let me pull some creatures over onto this map. We gotta get. Well, I need like Skip. I need like the horses now because you guys took the horses.
That doesn't sound like a happy sound.
Everything I can.
Well, it's just more tokens that I have to put on the map. I just I didn't know what you guys were going to do, so it's just I have to manage the tokens is all.
Targets.
There you go.
Be target.
Fodder as
Extra
yeah,
focus
things that you can throw at the
Fodder.
dragon.
They
That's
are.
great.
They are.
As he pushes the baby kobold up front, he's like, "Here, little one, don't fall behind."
That's right.
Oh, brother.
So
Hey,
you guys start to make your way up this path that you eventually find leading up into the mountain itself. Along the path, you are starting to notice as you get up there, there's these stony steps that have been carved out of this mountain that lead up to here. It's very hard to make out in the darkness, but you are just barely able to make out this ruined temple, this old monastery that kind of seems to be forgotten in time. But as you first start to march up these steps, there's something you notice that kind of seems, a bit unsettling, and that is that you notice there is a streak of dried blood leading up this path. Now, you did remember Dobbin telling you guys that they had to fight some orcs, and as you continue up, you see at the top of this path, there is a sizable blood stain. And I don't have all the blood stains on the map. I unfortunately don't have the computer resources to manage just how much dried blood there is.
Oh God,
but
that's not a sentence you're supposed to say.
But you notice that upon reaching the top of this, there is 3 orc heads that are on stakes that are blocking the path of anything large getting into here.
That's disturbing. Albina, maybe consider messaging Dobin. It's up to you.
What would you like me to message him?
Ideally, I should. Well, whatever. I didn't say anything before we left, but that we're here. Could he maybe meet us at the entrance? Hey, look, orc heads. I don't know if you want to. Does anyone else think it's necessary to message him? Oh, he uses
I
spell
forget
slot.
who you said what's the name you said to message?
Dobbin, the guy that you guys met back in Phandalin.
And his Lovely horse Clover.
That dude? Okay.
Hmm?
That guy. Okay. The
A
horses.
Swedish
Jared.
fish. Swedish fish.
Yes.
I ate it.
Do me a favor.
Oh.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to waste a message on that guy.
15.
I mean, it's up to you.
Oh God, not again. Not again. Oh no.
Let me take a look. I don't even know if I have any mess. I
Um,
don't even know where I am spell wise. Sorry.
It's,
One second.
I feel like I know what's happening because you and I've discussed this before.
We
I
haven't
don't know where I am on the
rested
map.
since we left, right?
Nope, I'm
have
still
not-
at a
you have
solid
not.
29.
Okay, because I have two.
Yeah, you guys have
No, I'm not gonna
yeah.
send him anything because I
Fair.
only have one spell slot left.
Did Septus use his ring?
Yes, he
Yep,
he
I'm
was
full
using it
health
the whole
now.
way. Yep.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
gonna
potion,
hold
a
off on
minor,
that.
or a minor healing potion, but I just haven't used that yet. I also have an ability with my sword that can give me temporary hit points that I just haven't used. Oh God. Oh no. Me looks to the group and he goes, guys, I think there's a lot of death in there. Like a lot of souls floating around.
That was horrible. I kind of didn't like
Very
that.
difficult
Why
to
is that?
see.
I like that.
No.
There's definitely something going on inside of this temple.
I definitely got spooked.
All right, guys, I'm gonna peace out. Albina just turns around with her horse.
I completely forgot I said this to you, Lucas.
I appreciate that. Oh no, Discord! I'm the only one. I am the show now. Dee.
Oh no, turn on Kenku FM and just turn that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spooky music.
Oh yeah, I
What
turned it
happened?
down for that reason. Yeah, it was still creepy. I'm
It's
like,
not
what's
just
this?
spooky music. This
What
is
is
the
This is a very
music that caused a bunch of people that possibly committed suicide in Japan.
right.
What the
This
hell
is
is
very
this
this is
crap
very
on?
specific music.
Yes, it
Very
is.
specific, so it's why it sounds extra. I don't like it.
I really don't like it. Let's
The
put
whole
something
point of
with
it
major notes on.
The whole point of it was supposed to cause sensory overload and whatnot and set the mood for the original game that it's from.
Oh, well, it's probably
Um,
It's a game? Okay.
This, for those out there wondering, this is the theme song to Lavender Town from the original Pokemon game. But this is
Well,
an
not the-
orchestral version. This is the Domain of Darkness song.
Yep,
What
because
happened
the
to-
original song supposedly had such high pitch frequencies that it caused some kids to commit suicide.
As you are standing here, and you guys are looking out over this this area, you think for a moment you hear a sound coming from over here. And then a second later, it sounds as if a rock falls off to your right.
The horse
Me
is
is fully
me
ready
this
for this.
You
Guys,
see
I
the
promise.
you see the horses begin to start to get a bit skittish.
I can't talk to them anymore. Try and calm it.
Okay, roll animal handling.
Wait. I was gonna say you said we heard sounds.
It sounded as if there was like rocks, like a rock falls, and like a shifting sound off to your left.
Me kind of shrugs and goes, I've dealt with spirits before if you want me to go first.
I was trying to calm the horses. That seems alright.
Yeah, you get the horses and they, you're like hushing them down, and you can see that they're looking at you. They had that rapport with you from before, and they slowly start to come down off of these, these nerves.
That was an actual 20.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Yep.
No, I meant not. I was asking because I saw the 22, and
Oh yeah. No, yeah, it was a nat 20. Oh, by the way,
So I got inspiration back then.
yes. By the way, I was going to mention that. I forgot. I talked about it with my other players yesterday. I'm still going to keep everything the way that it is. Nat 20s give you inspiration. You lose it at the start of a long rest. That's all staying the same. I'm also going to start doing the new one where you also get inspiration if you roll a nat 1. So I just want to establish that here and now.
Cool.
So
the
is
horse
me
is
starting...
calm.
Yes, the horses are calm. Is me starting to head into here?
Oh, well, I was gonna ask if I heard the ghosty sounds, if I could just, or specifically, especially north.
Yes.
You said it sounded.
everybody-
You heard a sound. You all heard a sound come from here. It sounded like a shifting sound across the dirt. You also heard the sound of like a rock falling over here.
Yeah, Bina's over here with her horse. Ready to turn around, you guys. She's like,
Me's-
my baby.
Me's ready.
New baby.
He'll take the first step in. He's dealt with ghosts before.
I'm not very high in health, so I don't want to be at the front. Just
All right.
saying.
Who is following up with me?
By me.
You
Wait,
will-
Cephas, what did you say?
And you will tell Skip to stick.
Wait, what did you say, Aaron?
I said you will, and he will tell Skip to stick about 10 feet.
Okay. See, Skip is like visibly scared of this place. He sees the orc heads on the spikes. He's like, he's like, as he's watching me and you start to walk up, he mutters and says, "Can I stay back here?"
Albina's gonna put her hand out, reach for him.
Yeah.
She looks at him.
He's holding Albina's hand as he is
Go ahead,
like
stay here.
as he has
If
Yip
you
in almost like a
anything-
death grip.
I'm just gonna pick him up. It's okay, and I'm gonna set him on top of the horse.
Okay.
Lucas, as we're walking in, I'm going to touch the hilt of my blade. My veins are going to slightly turn black, and I'm going to get my dark blessing just for some temporary HP,
Okay.
which is just 1d4 plus 4, so I get 5 more HP. Well, temporary.
Yep. So me and you, the two of you are very used to death as a phantom rogue and an undying warlock. As you step into this place, you both get this overwhelming sense of sadness, of dread, a forlorning misery, that this is a place of unbridled death, and that almost an unnecessary death. As you start to march in, you hear a sound coming from the north inside of this crumpled temple. And from around the shadow, you see Dobbin North as he steps into view and sees the two of you standing there. Says, "Oh, thank gods. I heard somebody coming and I was concerned of who it might be. I'm glad to see that you all made it here safe and sound."
Hopefully, it wasn't too loud.
What the hell happened?
As I said, we've killed a lot of orcs here. It was when we first found this place, we set up camp. And you see that he steps out into the moonlight.
The moonlight.
And says, we didn't realize that this place had been at least claimed by orcs. We were resting up here for a day, and the orcs arrived. We defended ourselves. We did what we had to do. But
Can I do an insight check to see if I believe him whatsoever?
sure.
Because you said the first thing we felt when we walked in is none of this felt right, correct? Or it felt like it was
Correct.
unnecessary bloodshed?
Yes. Yes.
That's a 21.
There is almost a whisper on the wind that you don't know if it's from the breeze carried on the trees or a spirit whispering this to you, but you hear this light. Liar.
I heard it say liar.
Yes.
I look at him and I draw my sword and I said, tell me the truth. What
he-
actually happened here? Because I have a kinship to the spirits and I don't fully believe everything you're saying.
He takes a step back and looks at you and says, What do you mean? What do you not believe?
Something's not right about this.
They're close enough we can hear what he's saying.
Yeah, you guys can
Yeah.
see and hear everything. You guys have just watched Dobbin come out, seeing that you guys are here and he's, conversing with me, and then all of a sudden you see me just draw his blade.
They'll hear me say, because he's not keeping it quiet, going, you're lying about this. The orcs didn't attack you. You attacked the orcs, didn't you?
We did attack the orcs. We had to defend ourselves. Look, we didn't want to do it. Okay? We didn't come out here with the intention of killing them. When they showed up, they wanted our blood. We did what you would have done. Good.
Same. If we can all hear this.
Mm-hmm.
That one's an 18.
Want to insight check myself. Mostly, focusing on Dolben. I don't know how to play up this indifference to me, because before I would believe him.
The indifference to me would in most cases here be playing that you would be not at least siding with me in the immediate. Like you watching me pull a blade on Dobbin, somebody who, has kind of acted a bit funny, but hasn't done anything aggressive or hasn't drawn on any of you, that is probably going to make at least Smith and Iluna a little more wary of me rather than Dobbin.
Albina just kind of grabs the child kobold and she's just like,
Yeah,
what's
but
going on over there? It's okay.
Iluna sent her bird to watch Dobbin for a reason.
What?
Right, and you watched him pee on a tree and then walk back to the party.
Yes.
What did an 18 show me?
Nothing.
An 18 on insight, when he is saying this, you hear that same whisper on the wind. Lies. You are getting that there's something that he's not telling you. And Iluna, you're trying to gather what you can from Dobbin. But this is a man who has just been accused of something and has a weapon drawn on him. So you're watching him kind of like backpedal a bit, and he's starting to stammer. But you do think you've already kind of suspected him of not necessarily giving you the whole truth about everything. So there is a hesitation to believe what he's saying.
You need to tell us
You was going to
everything.
walk up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You was going to walk up to be like, let me speak to him. So you was going to walk up to him, whisper in his ear, I am one of you. Let me know. Tell me. I'm going to do a deception.
He takes a
If
step
you
back
allow
as you're
me.
trying to get he takes a step back as you're trying to get closer, and he's like, look, I don't want any trouble. I am just trying to rest so I can get to my friends. You come here. I offer to show you guys a safe place to rest for the night. You come here and draw a blade against me. Do not step closer. He does not allow you to get close enough to whisper to him. Or at least he's not letting you, like, get up to him. As he says that, he pulls a wand from his side as he, is looking over at me with the blade in his hand.
I just want the full truth because you're keeping something away from us.
I gave you the truth.
There's more to it.
I send message.
Okay, who are you messaging?
The guy that's not telling us the truth, and tell him that
Dobbin?
I am undercover. Yeah, Dobbin. I am undercover. I am one of you guys. What do you need me to tell him to make him relax?
He looks at you and he says, because you like point to him, and with your message, you whisper this. No one else hears what you is saying, and he looks at you and he kind of like gets this wry smile on his face, and he says, "You think you can trick me? What the hell are you talking about? Don't be casting your magics on me." What did you want to roll?
Deception.
Deception.
There's nothing to roll deception. He's watching you cast this. Did I get him? No. Look, if you don't trust me, that's fine. I have been nothing but cordial to you. I was offering to take you to my camp. If you don't want that, that's fine.
As he's saying this, me will go ahead and hold up the soul token that Charon gave him and said, then let's ask the spirits. If you are telling us the truth, then I'm going to ask the spirits here.
That's fine. Ask them. Do what you have to. Whatever solves this little problem you have with me.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the one skull token that I was given by Charon, so it was not pulled to any soul, and use it for the spirits here to ask them what transpired. Or I'm going to ask them, what do they mean when they kept saying he's lying?
Okay. So, you hold out this token in your hand. It has Charon's symbol on it. And as you focus on it, you see that a small blue flame flicks up from it. From the smoke of that flame, you all watch as it rises into the shape of a woman. As this figure wafts down. Let me see something here. Yeah. Smith, you and Iluna, you guys look as this figure appears and manifests. You see Dobbin's eyes kind of go wide. As you see this figure come down, and it is standing in front of you, me. So, you can ask the spirit one question.
What is he lying about, as you told me in the whispers?
You see that the spirit looks at you, and it looks back at him, and it comes up to you, me, and it whispers into your ear. He and his kind slaughtered us. The bodies are in the valley. And then you see the spirit waft over to him, and you see he kind of like flails at it a bit, and then it vanishes into a haze.
I don't know about you, but that didn't look like an orc. What happened in the valley? Me saying this with a shit-eating grin now, because the spirit just scared the shit out of him and everything.
See that his chest rises and falls with his labored breathing now.
Can I guess, insight you? Not you.
Sure.
Me.
Me, yeah.
This is the one who's doing all the talking. We saw this spirit,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
all
you guys
the
saw
spirit.
the spirit.
It
You
did
heard
not
it.
look
You
orc.
heard it say something. It did not look orc. It looked like a human woman.
Oh.
Just
Oh
to
my gosh.
get an idea. I don't know.
Wait, are you rolling insight on me or on Dobbin?
On me for his reasons for raising this spirit. To
You would
try
have heard him say
him
that he was
later.
calling. You would have heard him say that he was calling the spirits to see what he's lying about.
It's not.
When you watch as me has summoned this spirit, I'm gonna say that even with a 10, the look in Dobbin's eyes told more than your insight check. That Dobbin knew something was going to be revealed here. And that even though you have right now an indifference towards me, a bit of a distaste because of that medallion, you do think that me is at least onto something.
Yep. That's what I was after. Something
And
to shift her away from trusting Dobbin and trying to trust.
yeah, you just can't be friendly to him. You can be
I-
indifferent. So when you ask him what happened in the valley, he looks at you and he says, "You'll do right to not follow me." And then he quickly shoots his wand down at his feet and he turns invisible.
I knew I
Spell
should have
magic.
ran over and cast suppression. I knew it.
Is there?
I was gonna sneak
Wait,
over.
Aaron, don't you have something that
Counterspell?
can cancel that?
Counterspell,
You have-
dispel magic.
So dispel magic would be that once it is already there, you would have to see him. So the most that you could do right now would be counterspell.
Okay, counterspell.
Spell magic work. Choose a magical effect within range.
So that's the thing. It would still require him to know what he was casting it on, because you don't know at this point if he has moved or not. So counterspell would be the thing that would allow him to interrupt the casting, though.
Counterspell.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Can I be? Does that mean a spell that's
Counterspell.
happening? Because I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to run over and
Bring your
cast
ass back.
suppression.
Boy.
Okay. Aaron, go ahead and roll me. spell casting ability check. So D20 plus 5. You're going to roll me a charisma check.
Even though I'm casting it at level 5?
Yes.
Does that matter?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. I
Can
normally
use
don't do
my,
spells often, so
Impose disadvantage on him. The
What
other
level
guy?
is this invisibility spell he's casting?
You would not know.
I know, but if he's using it at level 5, if it's level 5 or less, it automatically gets canceled.
I'm aware.
Okay, so it's higher than level 5?
Right.
Kind of crazy.
Yes. Well, he realizes the situation he is in. You cast this, and you see that nothing happens.
Me will just go. I would like to use my new ability, Taunt. I know it's not going to do
Use
anything,
mine.
but
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and scream out, saying, "Yes, run, because a coward like you would never be able to face us."
Okay.
I know it's not going to do anything much. Besides, he just now has disadvantage if he tries attacking anybody that isn't me.
So.
So I was just trying to figure out how this worked because I was originally thinking of going to cast suppression in the middle
Yeah.
of him talking to that creature, but I wanted to use the disadvantage as well, since it says.
So suppression would he would have to make a con save, and after that he would have a -2 to his AC and could not benefit from damage resistances. That's all that does.
But with the new what is that thing called? Ah,
Your
the
new talent?
talent.
Oh, so you're talking about your divine fortune.
Divine fortune, and while I cast, because it says impose disadvantage on creatures from a saving throw from a spell you cast. Do I have to?
Right. So that would be, yeah, so basically if you used your divine fortune to impose disadvantage on him, he would have disadvantage on making that con save. And again, that's just going to reduce his AC by 2 and make him, not benefit from his damage resistances.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So we also disinvisible himself.
He went invisible.
Do we
Yeah.
hear him walk away? I don't imagine he would be silent in this
You do not.
stony area.
I still don't see why dispel magic would work.
Because what do you mean?
You're choosing an effect. The effect is invisibility, right?
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Right.
It's 120 feet. I would think that would be okay.
Well, my understanding is that he would still need to see the effect. Like, he would have to have the target, because he can't choose a creature he can't see.
But it's
Because
creature, object, or magical effect. The magical effect is invisibility, right?
Is him.
well,
under
but
that.
it's at that point for him to do dispel magic, it would already be something that is unseen. So the counterspell would be the thing that would allow him to stop the casting. Once he is invisible, if he knows where he is, he can then do that.
Okay.
If I would cast my Guardian of Faith right where I last saw him appear, would
Yep.
that Guardian of Faith be able to detect him, or we don't really know?
Well, Guardian of Faith is that any
'Cause I
creature
imagine
that's
he's
hostile
hostile
to
to me.
you. Right. So any creature that is hostile to you has to make the dex save, and then it just takes damage.
But we would at least see like that blood or something if he would.
Well,
cut
he
through
he
that
takes
screen.
radiant damage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if he was taking damage, it
Might hear
wouldn't
him.
yeah, you might see that happens. Oh shit,
Okay.
sorry. All right. And then as you guys stand here, and you have watched him vanish. A moment later, you see Dobbin North and his black horse begin to ride out of this area as fast as they can. And they are heading this direction. So basically, from this darkness, you hear this galloping as he gets to as he gets to here before any of you could react. But you see that he is aiming to go this way.
So how far away is he?
Blast the.
From the big group, he is 70 feet away. From me and you, he is 35 feet.
I can't catch up to him with
Fireball.
a whole person, can I?
Withhold person.
60 feet.
60 feet. I would say that since that's half of your movement speed, you'd have to move 15 feet. You would be able to move up at least that fast to cast that.
Okay. No, he's riding on a horse, you said? So
Correct.
I don't know. Theoretically, if the horse is still moving, that wouldn't do anything.
If
Should I
you
hold
cast hold
monster as
person,
well? The horse?
if you cast hold person, Dobbin would be paralyzed. So he would not be able to like direct the horse, but hold monster could target the horse and stop the horse.
We doing this? I look over at Smith.
That lets the polymorph him.
So if you guys are doing anything, I need to know what you guys are doing.
Oh.
Eldritch Blast the horse.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage, or roll for an attack.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
You know, there's a tale of like being in the Old West. You always shoot the person on the horse. You never go after the horse.
Go after the horse.
I mean,
Okay.
if it gets
Who else-
the target, I guess. In this
who else
case-
is doing
Hold person on
anything?
Hold
Yeah.
person on Dobbin.
Okay. Hold person on Dobbin. All right.
Move up hold person on him. Wisdom
Okay.
18.
Gotcha.
Most
gotcha.
I can do is shoot my
those
crossbow
hit,
at him.
Lucas?
So
Yeah, I was going to shoot the horse, but someone already did
I'm
that.
going to cast. Let me just double check this. Silence on him. So
Okay.
he can't do any kind of spells.
we can't see Dobbin, correct?
You can. He is
We can?
about to. He's about to ride off this cliff. Well, it's not
Then
really a
I'm-
cliff. It's maybe like 20 feet down. It is a drop.
Then I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast silence on him so he can't cast any more spells that are verbal, somatic, or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay. Cephas is shooting him with his bow. Smith is casting hold person. Albina is casting silence. You has cast Eldritch Blast. Me has shot him with his bow. Is Iluna doing anything?
I'm not gonna hurt the horse. It looks
Okay.
like they got other stuff covered. The only thing I was thinking of is spike growth just to make an area that's difficult for him or the horse. But I don't want to hurt the horse.
You're definitely going to hurt the horse.
So I don't know, a reaction if he attacks it or whatever.
Okay, so prepping if he turns in.
Yeah. If he attacks anybody.
Okay. So
Yeah, with
as
bow.
with your bow.
With the bow, yeah.
So as you guys see Dobbin come out of this temple, you hear the galloping of the horse just off of this cold stone under your feet. As he gets out there, he looks back at you. He has his wand in his hand. You can see a light beginning to glow on it. Eldritch Blast goes out. Crossbow goes out. Oversized longbow. An area of silence is created around this. And Smith, you cast Hold Person. But you watch as the Eldritch Blast, the arrow, the crossbow bolt go straight through him. And you see that, Smith, you feel that there was no target there. As you try to cast Hold Person, you don't even use a spell slot, as there was nothing to target in that moment, as you watch that he rides off the edge, almost as if he was flying, and the horse continuing to gallop on air.
Does this look like an illusion of some sort, or?
So the horse is
Smith,
fake?
Smith, it takes you a second, but the moment you realize this, you know that he cast an illusion spell.
Damn it.
And it's at that point that from back in the temple, further on the other side, just barely after the Eldritch Blast hits off of the rocks on the other side of this field, as the arrows and bolts zip across and land on the stone, you hear the distant galloping off.
Is he still
away.
within 120 feet?
No.
Because I ignore reload.
Right. No, you don't see him at all. Oh, like the
damn.
one that the illusion that is flying up into the sky.
No. I meant
yes.
like I was gonna take a shot in the dark towards where the actual sound's coming from. If he's still within 120 feet.
Where that sound is coming from is well beyond what you could even reach.
Okay. Damn.
And at that point, the sound of the galloping fades off into the distance as the sounds of the mountains just settle.
What?
You guys have free action. What do you do?
Me proceeds to say a lot of not appropriate things in Goblin, to where I can't even say what they are on Twitch and Common, because it will get us all banned and arrested.
And Albina just looks at you and just starts coughing, and she's just completely blown away by what you just said.
Oh, me's pissed. He's fuming pissed.
Does Albina go over to Skip and like cover his little kobold ears?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I'm heading over to check on the kobold. So at that point, I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, come here! Hold your tongue in front of the little one."
Then finally, in Common, he goes,
"The kobold
desecrates."
I've told you this multiple times.
Wait, what did you say, Aaron?
She's holding the kobold's ear, right?
Yeah. She's like covering his ears so that he can't hear.
She's fully aware that he can't understand, really, but still.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be scared of the sounds coming out because they're barbaric.
Yu's like, he doesn't even understand. He only speaks Draconic, and he tells you that in Goblin.
Well, better. She screams back in Goblin.
At the end of it all, me finally says in Common, "Man, we should have killed him as soon as we walked in."
I don't disagree, Albina responds.
But you didn't.
Next time we see him, he's dead.
I mean, maybe his UTI will kill him off.
His UTI.
Is this statue in the middle of this circle?
Yes.
Of any?
It is. It appears to be that of. It appears to be that of a. If you guys enter in here at all, you notice that it is that of a human monk.
What's that shiny, whatever?
Do I reckon
in the middle? I mean, north to us.
Wait, what?
Is that that's just a regular old fire as far as we can tell? The yellow,
Yes,
glowy
as you
smoke.
guys start to move up in here, you start to see that up in the temple there appears to be a fire that Dobbin was sitting at.
What do we know about magic that would allow that kind of illusion?
Roll
What
Arcana.
are the up against?
And Smith, I'll give you advantage on it because you already kind of discerned that information. Oh, sorry.
Like,
So Smith, you know that, you know, for one, you know that a normal illusion, a standard illusion, cannot create both image and sound. You also know that there is a spell that can, and that is the spell Major Image.
how
But
powerful would
it
somebody
is a third level illusion spell. But if I don't know if you is gonna mention anything about how he tried to counter and it didn't work.
Nope.
Okay.
And while we're all standing here, Albina's just gonna be like, "All right, we need some healing."
Need to rest.
Prayer of healing.
I run away.
I just did prayer of healing on all of us. Well,
Okay.
yeah, on 6
6
people.
creatures.
I run away.
Don't
Fine.
touch me.
Whatever.
Don't touch me.
don't get healed then?
We
Trying to cough off more fake blood.
As
Everyone
you
else
start.
has 12 points.
I haven't even been.
Yeah.
6 creatures
You-
have been damaged.
You said
Alright.
that was 12 points.
12,
Yes.
yes.
Cool.
It just hit me. I
I'm
don't know why I didn't do that earlier.
out.
I'm
We
still
were
half
busy.
my health, so I'm still deciding what to do here, but yeah.
Crap, I had a thought earlier. Oh. Would that type of illusion be something he could put on himself? She's wondering because he kept wandering off every hour. Look, does it last a while?
Smith, I'll say with an 18, you know that if you can cast Major Image of 6 level or higher, it lasts until it's dispelled. Otherwise, it only lasts for 10 minutes.
I'll Eileen with that.
You relay that to us? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just curious why
But Smith,
kept wandering off.
something does...
Now, as he's proved himself to be magical and not just a typical sword fighting adventurer.
as you are recalling some of these moments of learning, you know, some illusion magic, and what is giving you this insight into what Dobbin may have done, when Iluna brings up about him wandering off every hour, something comes to mind. And you realize now why he kept wandering off. As you hear one of the horses behind you kind of whinny and snort, you think he may have been going off every hour to cast Phantom Steed. And that gives you the insight that he could continue to ride throughout the night if he so chose.
Gotcha.
I just cast another one.
Oh.
Heal.
Okay. Everyone
Just
gets
in
another
case.
14.
Yeah. Did Smith tell us that?
Yeah.
Because I was going to respond to it, and then I realized you didn't say for sure. I presume, but you never know. Would that have anything to do with why he's drinking all the time? Or maybe that was just a deception. What's Phantom Steed?
Supposed to be some amount, I think.
Me is going to kind of wander away from the group slightly and head towards the right as he just tells the group, going, wait, I just saw something.
As me says this, Smith, you can explain that Phantom Steed is a spell that either takes a minute to cast or can be cast as a ritual. It lasts for an hour and it creates a large, quasi-real horse-like creature of your choice. So you decide how it looks, but it is equipped with the basic gear of a saddle, a bit, and a bridle. And
I spoke with that horse, though.
right.
That's crazy, man.
What? But it's speak with animal, not speak with Phantom Steed.
You remember whenever you said you wanted to cast speak with animal, I had to kind of stop and think about it.
You definitely took some time there. I also asked why you didn't talk like a horse, but that was just me being
Does it
funny.
now make more sense why I wasn't talking like a horse, but I talked like a horse when you spoke to the draft horses?
Who
You're so
answered me
amazing.
then?
You're amazing, Lucas.
Who answered you? Did it not make a huge difference that Dobbin was only sitting 10 feet away? That he's an illusionist?
It's Golden. He was talking for the horse.
Illusionists are very good at subtle spells as well.
That's Golden.
That is great.
Jared, you wander off to the right. You guys see me kind of head that direction. As you do, you see a puddle of blood that is leading away in a direction. You saw this kind of wispy spirit over there, like, peek around the corner for a moment. And you hear up ahead, maybe about 50 feet ahead of you, a faint, almost imperceptible sound of a door closing.
Do I see the door, or do I just hear where the door is?
You do not see a door. You can only see what you see right there. There's at least no door blocking your path.
I'm gonna keep going where the spirit was going and where I heard that door shut.
Albina, yeah, you just watch. You're watching me as he's kind of like wandering off to the side. He said he had to go check on something.
I said I saw.
And Goblin, you all right over there? Just
yeah, I'll reiterate back in Goblin, going, something's not right. I saw something almost like another spirit. I'm not sure if it is another spirit, but I'm checking on it.
Does
and
anybody
I
follow
continue
up with
down.
him?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'm just gonna set the little kobold on the horse and just be like, you're gonna keep an eye on your buddy. All right.
What? So me spoke in Goblin to Albina.
Mm-hmm. And then Albina headed over.
She wandered off. She didn't say anything to us.
I just wondered what. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I just realized.
We watched you wander off as well.
So,
but we don't care
we're
because
going
you
to
don't
check
like
something
me
out,
right
you
now.
guys. Albina does, and you'll like hear me echoing. You're welcome to come if you want.
I'll say I imagine Smith heading over there because right now he's not the best feelings about me and wanting to make sure that nothing makes sense.
Nothing
Alright,
happened.
Alina's gonna die by the hand of me.
so
Alina will fall. I don't know who Alina is.
Iluna.
Alina is Albina's sister. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you guys start to follow this this dried blood trail, and eventually it leads up to this corner tower on the castle. You can see the blood trail begins to become a little bit thinner here, Jared, and you can see that there is a door where it ends.
What exactly are we looking for? I kind of whisper to him in Goblin.
Me will respond in Goblin. Not 100% sure. I just know that there's something not right here, and this door closed, and this is where the spirit was, and this is where the blood's going. We might find
Alright,
his latest
then I
victim.
I
I
kind
have
of
my
He'll-
Goblin spade ready.
look at
he'll-
Albina and ask her to speak in common. Kind of
Thank you.
almost give her a stern look.
Because I'm
I
mostly
can't understand
following
you.
Albina.
Hello.
Smith, wait, Smith. Do you maybe say that in Primordial? So in a language that hasn't been spoken yet, you guys hear Smith say something to Albina in what almost sounds like a harsh kind of guttural language.
And I respond back to him in Primordial.
Okay.
Sure, fine, sorry. I'm just
As
used
I
to
hear
talking
this,
to him.
I'm very curious.
Everything okay, Smith? In Primordial, I say to him. And then I tell everyone in common, yeah, we're kind of looking for something. We're following this blood trail, you guys. I'm not too sure.
Well,
Me will open the door.
Did
me
you say something?
Yeah, he was looking at when Smith and Albina were speaking in Primordial. He said he was going to take an interest in that.
I didn't think he was close enough because it's so.
Well, I just figured I was right near him, so I was whispering and didn't really think which language. I figured maybe he'd be more comfortable with me in his language.
Me, as you open the door, you see that this small hallway opens up and leads into a room where you see two bodies laying there, both in a pool of blood. You see the one is a small boy. He's wearing monk-like clothing, and he is being held by another figure in monk-like clothing. And as you step into the room and you take a peek down at this figure, it is the same face of the woman that you summoned with your spirit token.
Immediately slips back into Goblins, saying the same slurs again, but in a different order this time.
And that is where we are going to end for tonight.
Okay, cool. I just want to clarify, Albina did not go in this room. She's just waiting.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the doorway.
And I was gonna say, Iluna's kind of looking for shadows to change because who knows where this invisible person wandered off, or listening for noises.
Yep.
That
well, you heard, like I said, you heard the sound of, you definitely heard the sound of the horse hooves off into the distance. But it's true, those could also be an illusion as well.
I don't know what it's real anymore.
I know, isn't it great? Thank you those for watching out in the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. But I'm going to end the stream here and now. So you folks have a wonderful night out in Twitch.